Good evening and welcome back to the stream. Today it's Time of the Republic. Going to be playing a bit more Star Wars The Old Republic, and I'm just talking about any nonsense that pops into my head really. So yesterday I was playing the sniper for the Imperial, old Mobius there. It was now level 31, which is disgustingly high for how long I've been playing it. So today it's going to be with our Jedi Guardian, our tank. And I think on Typhon, about to go to the next region, if I remember rightly. Now, if memory serves correctly, oh, go, here's the thing. There's a dark presence on Coruscant, so that's where I'm going next, Coruscant. What was it? Coruscant, yes. With my faithful astromech droid, exit. I've got to meet Master August and the other members of the council to find out what the fuck is going on. Still, a little bit of an update on the old computer front. The damaged one is being replaced, and they're coming to pick it up on the Monday and give me a replacement there and then. So good evening, young Padawan. I'm saying hello to people in chat. So yeah, that should be turning up on the Monday. Not sure what time. Hopefully it'll be in the morning. But it'll probably be about sort of like midday, early afternoon, like last time. So I'm not too worried, as long as it turns up and there's no problems with it. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I've got the coughs today. Yep. So we've got our little droid. There's a post box over here. I'm going to sort of what I will do first of all is get him to sell the trash items. There we go, that's better. Hopefully this one does work, the new one. Oh, thank you, droid. All these new things. Yes, I know. So once I get to a bank or a vault or somewhere, I have to put all that in there. Where's it gone? I mean, the thing was very well, what do you call it? Protected, bubble wrapped and everything. So I'm, in a bizarre kind of way, I'm hoping it's. Yeah, they're going to give me a new machine, a new replacement, I should really say, and take my old one and see what happens with it. I mean, it's just to be on the safe side that it's not, you know, something gone defective. So it's as long as the new one works, I'll be perfectly happy. So, I mean, this is when they then find out that I myself did something wrong, and it's like, oh, you stupid idiot. But the good thing is, it gives me time to pick up a few other bits and pieces that I need as well. Because originally I was planning for it to arrive on Monday and then spend the week setting it all up and getting it all prepped for the next Star Trek Adventures stream. I'm just trying to think what I was going to say now. My brain's dying. Yeah, they are using refurbished parts for some of it, but I was doing a little bit of research into the company as well, and they see every review I've seen seems legit. So I'm not mega concerned. So, well, I am, but I'm not. If that makes sense. Also, I was looking at the monitors that I got. The monitors are pretty sweet. They really are. They're not like cheap knockoff ones. They're actual proper name brands. They're Samsungs, which are, you know, they're really nice. So I want to keep those monitors. Yes. Just trying to think. Now I'm heading to Coruscant, But if my memory serves me correctly, there's also a flashpoint I can do for this character as well. So I will first of all go up here and put what I can into my inventory. There it's gone. Oh, there, speak to him first. Yeah, the monitors are definitely refurbished, but they are working perfectly. So I've tested them out separately. It was something to do with either the hard drive or the connection between the hard drive and the motherboards, or the, because it's like the you know, when the BIOS comes up at the beginning. And a sec, I will post a link in chat so you can see what their stats are. Just bear me one moment, because they are pretty sweet. Well, I think they're pretty sweet.
We make a good team, T7.
T7, that's the droid's name.
I get the feeling there's tough times ahead. I'm glad you're up for the challenge.
This droid is pretty cool, and he's got some decent damage on him as well. So that's that one. This person, I'm completely focusing on light side stuff, even if it's even if it goes against me. Gosh. I've got to head to Coruscant now, but on the way, if there is a flashpoint just before it, like there was for the Imperial, I'm going to do that one as well, because the Imperial, there's basically two types of flashpoints that a solo player can do. One of them is for the Imperial, one of them is for the Republic, and they're different because obviously it's a slightly different storyline. Pardon me. They have, oh, what's the thing called? There's I've really got to think what they're bloody called. I know I can see it. There's a HDMI port on it, there's a display port on it, and there's a VGA port on the card as well. Yeah, yeah, it's all three. It could be DVI. That could be the ones I'm thinking of. It could be DVI. I know there's three different types of ones on there, because I was looking at it thinking, which one does this plug in? It took me a few seconds to look at it and go, which one do I plug this into? Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, and then following it back and then plugging it through the desk so it goes into the thing properly.
That's excellent news.
So I say the other one, if it does work. It's just, you know, the hard drive. But let's put him into. Actually, let's keep him in DPS mode because I'm going to be healed by the Jesus robot. So called because Jesus saves. Also, before I forget, I had a couple of things come through today as well, completely separate. One of them is a Star Trek event, Star Trek loot crate, which I've been waiting for. And that's pretty snazzy, and it's got a nice little clip-on magnetic badge. You can see that. But the important one, and it's not sitting the other side of the room today, of the Book of the Sith, Secrets from the Dark Side. I wish I had the lighter side version to go along with it as well, but it's got some pretty cool stuff in there. I'm just going to quickly open pages at random so you can see what's in there. have no idea what pages are opening, so it's just... And there's loads of stuff like that. Anything else there? Full slip. Right, so this one is slightly different than the other one. Page 3. It's like a book of armaments, brother. And lo, the Sith did speak. So don't get me started on Monty Python. Now I've semi got most of the Holy Grail sort of in my long-term memory, and I just can't get rid of it.
For a moment. I don't mean to trouble you, Jedi, but I'm curious if anyone from the ship's crew has come to speak with you yet.
Not yet.
I haven't spoken to any members of the crew, but anyone who needs
Yes,
the
it's a
help
nice
of a
little
Jedi
book.
will
It's
have
presented as if it's
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
like
I heard a rumor that there's an Imperial
one of the
warship
original
following us.
Dark Jedi
I know,
who
the truth, of
then
course.
went to,
But I don't trust the Empire to keep
I
the
forget the
peace.
name, the planet where they meet the Sith properly for the first time.
We should always be on our guard against the evils of the Sith.
Good to hear I'm not the only one concerned about the Imperials. The crew won't tell the passengers anything at all. It's not very reassuring.
So I'm just talking about Sith and she mentions them.
Telling the passengers that Imperials are nearby would only cause a panic.
I suppose.
It's a
Still,
nice-
I think it's
it's a nice little
unsettling
book.
to think that there might be Imperials behind us.
Oh,
Warning!
Oh.
Warning! Incoming fire!
and they still haven't changed the sirens.
Incoming. Repeat, all hands!
The way the desk is set up is pretty nice. It's also got nice space for like putting up books as well, so it's going to make playing Star Trek Adventures easier for me.
Can you hear me? Are you all right?
Don't worry about me.
Good, good. That was quite a hit. We're lucky not to be hurt. Listen, you have to get to the bridge. The captain will need all of the help he can get right now. Go, hurry.
Let's just hope it's not too late to help.
It's never too late to try. Good luck.
Do or do not. There is no try. Right. So summon the Jesus droid. So basically he'll be doing the healing. T7 will be doing the DPS. And I'll be tanking. Oh dear. Oh yeah, this definitely works. I'm still doing a decent damage. Anything there? Can I help them? No, I can't. To the command deck. And just check in, make sure there's nothing there. Very quickly take that as well. Give me a little boost. I'll sell this crap next time I go to a decent vendor. Oh dear. There's Healy things here, which makes me think there's going to be a boss fight here at some point. God, look at that. Seriously, just look at that out the window there. How freaking cool that looks. Almost like a Star Destroyer.
Come on, Tyrus! You can make it, sir! You can make it!
He's gone, sir. You're in charge now. What are our orders?
Your
Saw
orders.
yourself.
Weapons are out! Shields are out! Comms are out! There's nothing we can do!
Ram them. I mean, ooh.
I've come to offer my services in defense of the ship.
If you want to be useful, Jedi, then get out of here and stop interrupting us!
Hey,
Sir, we need all the help we can get. If we don't keep it together here, we're finished.
Keep what together? The Imperials have us by the throat! We're as good as dead already!
What's wrong with you? Are you really going to let your ship fall to the Imperials so easily?
That ship behind us is one of the biggest in the Imperial fleet. We didn't stand a chance.
Sir, incoming message. The Imperial ship is hailing us.
Right.
Oh, well then put them on.
Yeah, this guy's in over his head.
Republic Transport SLS, this is Grand Moff Rikus Kilran. Your defenses are entirely disabled. Attempt no resistance.
See, this is the guy we spoke to on the previous Flashpoint. It's like, you're basically seeing what's going on from the other point of view.
We're aware of
Almost.
our situation, Kilran. Just tell us why you're here.
Your ship is transporting a known anti-imperial terrorist and seditionist, the so-called Ambassador Vin Asara. I've come to collect her.
Who? We didn't take any passengers by that name. I've never even heard of this person.
Interesting. Lying or incompetent, no matter. My agents aboard your ship have confirmed the Ambassador is there.
You have spies aboard our ship?
I have eyes everywhere. Imperial soldiers are preparing to board your ship through its primary airlock.
Hell
My
no.
agents will ensure that you do not interfere with them.
Oh, I'll interfere
If
with
you
them,
attempt
alright.
to stop my men from
Lightsaber,
arresting
right up
Ambassador
there.
Asara, I will have every living thing aboard the SLS killed.
Where's the primary airlock? I'll stop the Imperials as they try to board.
Weren't you listening? If we try to fight, they'll slaughter us. We have to cooperate.
No, you don't.
Won't matter. Kilran has us now. He'll kill us all. He's famous for it. The only one he wants alive is the Ambassador.
See, now you're thinking
Kilran gets the
properly.
Ambassador while we're sitting in his sights. We're goners. Those soldiers have to be stopped before they can succeed.
No problem.
I'll ensure that no Imperial soldiers make it aboard this ship.
It's very brave of you to volunteer. Listen, I'm sorry I lost it earlier.
So,
It
walk
means
on
a
the
lot to
bridge.
have your help right now. Thank you.
Helping others is both a duty and an honor.
Maybe so, but we appreciate your help all the same. I'll have our security team meet you by the primary airlock. They haven't seen much action, but Commander Narlock knows his stuff. Good luck.
I like the way
We're
the
all counting on you.
conversation choices go. Like, 1 is generally the good one. 2, it tends to be fairly neutral. And 3 is either like sarcastic or bad response. Not always, but that tends to be how it goes. So I'm going to get my heroic moment skill as well for when I do have a boss fight. Am I in the right? I am not. Oh, that's very yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's better. Yeah, that's a skill that's never going to get bored. So yeah, you hang back, do shooty shooty. You heal. I'll get their attention. Oh, it's a one
This
calamari.
is it, men. This is what you've been training for. The Imperials are coming, and we're not going to let them past, are we?
Sir, no, sir!
We aren't fighting alone. An experienced volunteer is going to help us. The imps won't stand a chance.
My lightsaber is at your service, Commander.
You hear that, man? Our friend here is going to chop through these imps like nothing. The imps will cut through any second now. We need to take up defensive positions.
Not the one, the beard on the one in the middle there. Oh, nice. Not going to happen. Because what I am going to do
Victory or nothing.
is, once I stand up,
Victory or nothing.
Bridge, you have to hurry. It was all a trap. The Imperials set us up.
what? Ooh, sneaky Imperials.
Victory! We've done it, man! We've done it! The ship is saved!
I'm sorry, Commander, but that isn't the case.
We defeated the entire boarding party. Nobody could have slipped past us.
No, you're right. It's not you the Imperials slipped past.
What's
First
happened?
Officer Hawken walked us right into a trap. The attack on this airlock was a ruse.
Ooh.
After Hawken sent you here, Imperial commandos snuck aboard. They were led by a Mandalorian mercenary called Iron Fist.
So he said they were going to attack through the main airlock just to... Ah, clever.
We defeated the first group of boarders. There's no reason we can't defeat this group too.
It gets worse, I'm afraid.
It would do.
Iron Fist and his Imperial commandos stormed the bridge, and now the entire area is locked down tight.
Well, that's going to be fun.
We have to stop the Imperials from gaining control of the ship.
That's why I rushed to find you. Something has to be done.
What is this all about? Why are the Imperials so desperate to capture you?
Because of my work. I'm a Republic ambassador. I travel to Imperial-controlled planets and convince their governments to come over to our side.
Ah, no wonder you're not liked.
Confronting the Empire for the sake of diplomacy takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
I'm no hero. I just show them an alternative to Imperial control. But we can talk about my work later.
We need to retake the bridge. The longer we leave the Imperials in control, the harder it'll be to remove them.
I already told you, Iron Fist has the bridge locked down. There's no way in or out.
Oh, there's a way.
Security lockdown. That is bad. Chief Engineer Salen might know of a workaround.
Hopefully we can get to Salen before the Imperials. Do you know where he is?
He and his team will be down in the engineering section. I'm sure they'll be able to help us.
We need a diversion. If the Imperials notice the hatches to engineering opening, they'll flood the area with soldiers.
Right.
My men and I can handle that. Form up, men. We're gonna go start some trouble.
Yeah.
Let's get that bridge open.
We'll
Yeah.
give those imps something to think about, won't we, boys?
I'll go along with Commander Narlock. Once you've cleared a path to engineering, I'll double back and join up with you there. Good luck.
Good luck to you too as well. Especially as you're being a diversion. Right, where we'll go? Back to that bridge, right. Ooh. Oh, that's some of this. And one of those. Yeah, don't like that. That does make it quite funny using Force Lightning as a good Jedi, for want of a better term. Right. Oh, he's a big fella. So let's try this again. Let's go with. I really like that ability. It's annoying when you're fighting other Jedi, like it's NPCs, but when you're playing with it, it's damn fun. Like pretty much point the target and then jump all the way across to them. Like that. Oh, just level. Nice. This is actually a very effective combination. Having your companion as DPS, me as tank,
Whoa,
and
you're
the
a
droid as the
Jedi.
healer.
Chief, hey Chief, look, there's a Jedi out there.
You must be crazy, coming all the way down here with the imps everywhere.
Commander Narlock said that you might know of a way to unlock the bridge. The Imperials have it sealed off.
Mm-hmm.
The imps pulled the lockdown? You gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
You really cleared this place out. I didn't run into a single Imperial on my way down here.
That's because they're dead.
Listen, there's no time to waste. Commander Narlock and his men are being overrun. We have to get the bridge unlocked now.
Well,
So
one
I've heard. I'd invite you in, but the lockdown has our doors sealed too.
lovely.
Are you going to be safe in there? Do you need help getting out?
Getting the bridge back in our control is much more important. Now let's see.
What about a reactor reset? That would disengage the security locks, wouldn't it, sir?
Yeah, but a reactor reset vents the engineering compartment. We'd be blown into space. Besides, controls are on the other side of the door.
What else could we do to open up the bridge?
Yeah, don't want to be
Secondary
venting
conduits. They're spread
our
around
engineering
a bit, but
department.
if you shut them all down, the security will go down too. Then we'll be in business.
I'll get the conduit shut down right away.
There's no time to go running all over the ship. If we don't act now, the Imperials will overwhelm us. I'm sorry, Salem. We need to unlock the bridge while we have the chance. We have to reset the reactor. You and your men will be remembered.
Okay, I don't like the way she's talking about this. That's too much of a...
We can't send these people to their deaths, not when there's an alternative.
Yeah.
Fine, but you're dooming everyone on this ship. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good.
Whenever people talk about the greater good, there's always something off about it and wrong. I've never heard anyone who talks about the greater good, in speech marks, and not have some kind of nasty alternative motive.
We're trying to save the people on this ship, not kill them.
Yeah.
Fine, who am I to argue?
Yeah. I'm the one who's
Crazy
saving you.
witch! Shutting down the secondary conduits will work, I promise!
If you're going to do it, go now. The longer you wait, the more Imperials you'll have after you.
Exactly. So stop yakking and let me get on with my job. Right, so if I go this way. Damn, that's good. Go with... Is that one done? Oh, there's a lore object over there. So I'll get that. That jump's brilliant. Ooh, you little git. So now I have to south. Back to engineering. You ain't gonna vent him into space.
I don't know how you managed it, but you did. Security doors around the bridge have opened.
The Force was with me, as usual.
I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't been aboard. Probably locked in an Imperial prison, or worse. I'll go and help Narlock with another diversion, so you have as little resistance as possible when you attack the bridge. You'll still have to deal with Iron Fist, though, and that's no small challenge.
No, don't worry, we got it covered.
What do you know about Iron Fist?
I only know Iron Fist
Yeah.
by reputation.
There's certain
But he's
words
been
and
doing Grand Moff
phrases that I
Pilgrim's
just...
dirty work for a long time now.
The
He's never been
meaning
captured,
behind them
defeated,
is good,
or even driven
but
back.
whenever people use them, you know
Have
that
your
that
work cut
person
out for you.
does not believe it, and
The Force will give me the strength I'll need.
Just be careful.
it's to use a
Mandalorians
Harry
always
Potter
have a few
metaphor.
tricks up
It's
their
the sort of
sleeves.
thing that you could imagine
All right.
Dolores
No more time to
Umbridge
waste.
saying. It's like, now Harry, we're going to
Narlock,
have to put you
are
in
you
the
there? Can you hear me?
isolation chamber or
Copy, this is
whatever
Narlock.
for the
Sector
greater
second
good.
offensive.
Things like that.
That's right,
It's,
Commander.
it's that kind of
I'm on my way to join
person
you now.
who uses it.
Let's get busy right away.
And what makes
Good
it
luck.
worse, she'd believe it. Back to Harry Potter again. Right, It's a very, very quick heal for my droid. Very quick. There you go. Because for some reason the Jesus droid does not heal him, it only heals me. Don't know why. Check. Do that again. Right. It's weird how he lost health. I'm thinking that this awesome little droid is going to have to be my main companion for this character. You know, I'll do the other ones, you know, like the basic storylines and stuff for them, their loyalty missions, but my main companion for her, yeah, it's going to be T7. Come on. He's awesome. Good evening. It's one of the reasons why I gave him the blue coloration. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so I'll pan across. I tried to give him R2-D2 colours as much as I could. Oh, Mandalorian warrior. Not for much longer. Ooh. Give it a Mandalorian to your eyes. That's good. I think I made the right choice of making her my Republic character. It feels completely different, obviously, to the sniper, but it still feels good, but in a different way. I think it's the leap that does it for me, what makes it good. Also, yeah, it's got a damn lightsaber. Okay, everyone says those are still cool. Let's just clear this hangar out first. And jump. Move that down. And oops. This is one of those things that just sounds cool. The lightsaber. And take him out and droid there. That would have gone quite badly if there was a friendly fire or friendly stab. And a bit closer. Right, that's that hangar cleared. Jump. See, you can take him out on his own. He's that badass. To the command deck. You don't know, but you're already dead. Now, for someone who's on the light side, she sure has done a lot of killing. It's a brilliant opening move, just jumping in and smacking him with a saber. Right, check where we go. This way. Yeah, she does have only, apart from that leap, minor range abilities, if that. So melee, hand to hand, it's actually pretty good. Nobody attacks my dude. No one. Bastard. Ooh, can't see. Seems to be a bit laggy tonight. Ooh. Ah, the sarcastic clap.
Well, well.
That's very true, yeah.
I was wondering when you'd finally show up.
More people
This is it?
playing today.
There aren't more of you?
Just give up, Iron Fist. I don't want to have to hurt you or your men.
Strange view of the situation. Guess you'd have to be a little crazy to put up the fight you have. Let's vape this worthless scum and get back to work.
Oh, you vape? Oh, that's not what you mean, okay. And the problem with that disability is it takes a while to kick in. Yeah. These are
Go
definitely...
ahead then. Kill me.
I just did. Ooh. Bulk gauntlets. Hmm. Ah, fishman.
First Officer Hawken, do you have any spare shuttles in the hangar bay?
Spare shuttles? Yes, we do, but I don't...
Then that's our only chance. You have to board Grand Moff Kilrin's ship and disable the tractor beam so that we can all escape.
Sweet.
If this is what must be done to save the people on this ship, then I'll do it.
Suicide mission?
Count on you. I've been aboard warships like Kilrin's. The tractor beam controls should be easy to find if you know where you're going.
Ambassador, you're familiar with the layout. Perhaps you should go along to help get the tractor beam shut down.
We need every advantage we can get.
Yep.
It will be good to have you along, Ambassador.
I'll do my best to help in any way I can.
Just don't get in the way.
Before you go, take a spare uniform. We wouldn't want any Imperials to recognize you.
Good thinking, Commander. Thank you. Now let's get moving.
I know I shouldn't, but every time I see him, all I can hear in my head is the...
Good luck out
It's
there.
a trap.
We're all counting on you.
Make sure I go to the right plan this time. Yes. The Mon Calamari, yeah. I know I shouldn't, but... It's kind of a stereotyping, but... No. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Damn it. Oh, I see. I've got to override the thingy, right. That's why I got confused. I'll go override the commands.
Hold up a minute. I need to talk to you before you go.
Oh?
I just talked to Salen from engineering. He told me what Asara tried to make you do down there. Thank you for stopping her.
Admiral Akbaros, everyone's favourite cruel-filled cereal. Ugh. I wouldn't be able to eat it.
She was just doing what she thought she had to do to save the ship.
She would have killed a lot of good people if you hadn't stopped her. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen, I've been thinking. I really believe this plan is going to work.
Sweet.
But there's only one way to guarantee that we'll all make it home safe. And
Kill the
that's to make
Imperials?
sure the Imperials have no reason to keep chasing us.
I'm sorry, what?
What are you suggesting, Hawken?
I want you to leave Asara on the Grand Moff ship.
No.
With the tractor beam down, we'll be able to escape, but Kilran will just chase us down again. Unless
Oh,
he's
bloody hell,
already captured his target.
I swear the Republic are just as bad as the
Asara
Imperials.
is on this ship, everyone aboard is in danger. I don't know about
Backstabbing
you,
each other.
but I'm tired of risking all of our lives for that woman.
I didn't sacrifice the engineers to get us out of this. I won't sacrifice Asara either.
That's it. Stick to your
Just think
principles.
about it. I'd even make it worth your while if things go the way I'm
Oh,
suggesting.
so now you're attempting
Anyway,
to bribe
you
a
better
Jedi.
get going.
Oh,
I've held you up
that's
too long already. Good luck.
oh, that's so going in my report. Ah, there's a place I can sell stuff. Good.
We hope our inventory will meet your needs.
Sell. Yeah, that can be sold. That sell. This stuff here is, I suppose you can call it almost like cosmetic or basic stuff. So you've got something to build on and make your own armor. So let's see. Right click to preview. Okay, that is actually a cool helmet. So if I had that outfit on, that's what her helmet would look like. That is actually pretty cool. I like that.
Thank you for your patronage.
Right. And each one of my characters will get that because I took part in the subscribe when there's a certain time period event.
have to hurry.
Oh. Right, so we'll take out some more droids. Oh, it's a multi-stage one as well, which means it's probably going to be a big thing I've got to fight at the end of the stages. And have some of this. The damage isn't fantastic, but the combination of all three of us like this working together is good. There's another reason why I suggest to people that even if you've only got, like, say, the minimum number of character slots, create one character on the Imperial side, one on the Republic, because it gives you a different view of things and it shows you just what both sides are really like. Plus, it's a different storylines, events, things like that. I've leveled it. This way. Let's see if I can do this again. Yeah, you ever see those like barrels or crates with little arrows pointing into them? shoot them, because chances are that give you an effect that will help defeat whoever stab you right next to them. Sometimes it might freeze them, other times it might blow up, or they catch fire, or they burn, or they poison. So very quick heal after this one. Very quickly. So let's take out this corporal. And I'll clear out these other guys as well. Combination of extra experience, and it counts towards the bonus mission. Ooh, that's sweet extra experience points. Oop, it's over here. What's that in there?
Well, I've seen some incredible things in my time, but you just topped the list.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry I couldn't greet you in person. If only you had let me know you were stopping by.
Your taunts are useless. This won't stop until the Esselis is free.
You certainly. I can only be cordial through so much. My men will be along shortly to escort you to the accommodations I've arranged.
Your men can't stop us, Kilrin.
You greatly overestimate your chances. Iron Fist wasn't the only weapon in my arsenal, nor the deadliest.
Yeah, and I took him down in under a minute. So honestly, you don't scare me. That's it. I wonder what little surprise has he got waiting for me that you think is going to kill me. I realise I'm getting a bit cocky, but oh god, yeah, I am dying. What's going on? Oh, there he is. Oh, there's a lesson in humility there. No, don't get cocky. That's a big ass engine. See, look at the size of that. There's the sirens again. Warning, Jedi on the ship. She's going to fuck you up. I think it's this way, but I'll double check. Oh, so it's up this platform, right. Gotcha. Oh, there's another dreadnought. And something just spawned behind me. Almost got him. I'm not going to use my heroic moment just because it's overkill. Which I know would be fun. I'm going to save it for the boss fight. I'm pretty sure it's coming up. So it's... got damn windows. I mean, it's one thing to do updates, but I think they're going overboard with the updates at the moment in terms of how many of them they're doing. Especially with the fact that they force you to accept it as well. Where we go now? So if I go north, south, and then middle, chances are it'll be easier that way. Oops. So I've got to do this. Yeah, so I go... Actually, let's go north, middle, south. That might actually be better. That's it. Well, look at me. Look at the droid in the background who's shooting your friends. Ignore him. He's useless. Focus on the general. That's it. Oh. Oh, that was for the bonus objective. Okay. Didn't realise it was oh dear. He's a big boy. I knew there was a boss fight coming, so... Yeah, focus on me. That could have gone quite badly. I have some lightning. As I said, boss killer. Okay, so now I'm going to go in.
I realize that this is getting out of hand. You're leaving me with precious few options.
I don't care. I just want to mess your day up. If it leaves you with precious options, so be it. I honestly care not. Let's see if we can go there before the heroic moment runs out. That's it. Excellent. Oh, that ability is brilliant. Ooh, I haven't got one of those. Let's look at my character. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'll leave that. Not too fast about that loot over there. So where we'll go? Let's just follow the path. Right. Oh, sorry. Level. Oh, see, this one's freezing. Let's get this big boy. Now I realise I'm probably not playing the optimum and my build's probably not the best it can be, but you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care. As long as I'm having fun. And hopefully you're having fun watching it. Which I didn't. I suppose it's the main goal of this stream, really. It's for me to have a laugh. To join you. Have some of that. Not that anyone's done it yet, but something I've been noticing a lot on a few streams in games is people, not so much a backseat gaming, but complaining about things that people, like the way people are playing it. It's like, no, that shit ain't gonna fly. I'm gonna have that.
I don't want to do anything drastic, but I will. Surrender. Now.
Oh, I think someone's scared. Next thing you know, a Jedi droid and the healer bot has been destroying his forces. Yeah, he's getting scared. The poo that just came out there. Right, I have to go. Well, that could have gone quite badly. Now, I'm not a fan of. I mean, there's a difference between helping people and when someone turns around to basically say, "Oh, you're playing the game wrong." You know, like on the, especially like the RPG-based streams as well. It's like, "Oh, you're not doing it optimum. You're playing it like a no, not having it." Like I say, I've been quite lucky that everyone in the stream so far has been, not today, I mean just in general, been pretty good. Respected that. But when I've been in other streams and I've been watching them or videos, it's like some of the commentators really need to sort of take a step back. So now that's fine. If I say, "Oh, I've got no idea what to do now," it's like, "Oh, what should I do? Should I build this or that?" Then that's totally fine, because that's me throwing it open to the chat and saying, "Okay, go on, I want your input." But if I'm sitting there thinking, right, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then someone comes in and goes, no, you're doing it wrong, you're supposed to go that way, it's like, that's strike one. Strike two will be a timeout. Strike three will be a ban. I hope it never comes to that, but it's like the equivalent of like, how can I put it? Like Squadro in the chat, and I know they do photography. It'll be like the equivalent of me going, "Yeah, that picture's, I could have done better. You should have done it this way." And things like that. It's like, no, they're the person doing it. I'm just some scrub who's just watching. Now they then turned around and said, "Oh, what do you think's better, this one or that one?" I'll say, "Oh, I prefer that one because of X, Y, Z." So, oh, hello, emo boy. Emo boy. Cool outfit though. Okay, that was cool. I'll give him that.
Greetings.
Oh, you're going down.
At last. A real, live Jedi. How I've looked forward to this. A true Sith cannot go long without a true challenge.
I won't fight if you don't make me.
Pitiful words. Don't waste your final breaths with them.
Oh,
To
give you a
destroy
chance.
a dangerous foe. That is the way of a true Sith. When I carve your
Emo.
heart from your chest, your fellow Jedi will sense your defeat. As will my master.
Turn back from the dark side. Help us save the lives of innocent people.
Those not strong enough to survive by their own hands
Yeah, it's
deserve death.
yeah. What you just said in the chat
Power
there.
of the
That's
dark side is infinite.
there's one
Are
thing
you ready
with
to face oblivion?
I had hoped you would turn back
Yeah.
from this madness.
I had
constructive
hoped for a
criticism when
Jedi
asked for
who could
is
provide a
perfectly
true
fine. Oh,
challenge.
blimey. Right, you want a true challenge? Yeah. True challenge, yes, you crazy emo freak. Can you do this? Throwing his lightsabers. I'll say that is a cool trick, I will say that.
I'm charging up our main turbo lasers batteries. In a few moments, your pathetic ship and all your pathetic friends will be nothing but floating debris.
Yeah, but your pathetic, you know, whatever he was. Ugh. It's like when I first started making like RPG supplements and
Come
things
on,
like that,
get onto the shuttles. We have to hurry.
and the amount of people
If we launch fast enough,
who
I think
turn
we can
around
make it.
and
Are you
really
ready?
moaned about my spelling, saying things like, "Oh, you know, you spelled colour wrong" and things like that. And I was just having a bit of a bad day. I shouldn't have snapped, but I just turned and they went, "You do know I am bleep 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 British. That's how we spell it in this country, morons." I came very close to being banned from the forum because of it. It's like I was just venting like mad, and like, which I turned around and went, no, they were insulting me because they didn't realise I was British. And you know, it's one thing that someone go, oh, we spelt things wrong, but you're like, I even turned around and says, how many supplements have you made? None. It's like, right. So you think you're qualified to criticise me? That's my biggest grief about some critics. Not all, but there's a some of them that all they do is criticise. They don't. I was trying to think the word, the phrases. You know, they don't actually make the product itself, and that goes across the entire board. You know, like films and stuff like that. It's why I've stopped looking at scores for films and games. It's okay. Tell me what you think about this product. Be it a film, be it a game, be it a book. What goes on in it without being spoilery? That's what I want to know. You know, I don't want to know your score or anything like that, because you could play a game and absolutely love it. I could play it and hate it. I just want to know what it's about.
Right behind you, Ambassador.
Let's just hope Hawken has the hyperdrive.
I mean,
ready.
I'll freely admit,
Come on.
my spelling and grammar is nowhere near perfect. Nowhere near. But a decent editor costs a lot of money because they work damn hard. And again, it was another sort of like not so much argument, but it was just, again, I was going through a bit of a rough patch. It was not long after my mum had passed away, so I was feeling really mentally low, and you know, people turn around saying, "Oh, you haven't even been bothered to grammar check it and things like that." And I went, "Do you actually know how expensive an editor is to get things done properly?" And it's like, "No." It's like, right, I have to do literally everything for the game design, for the stuff I make. I have to do the layouts, I have to do the research, I have to do the marketing, I have to do literally everything. So I said to him, what would you prefer? The cost to be 5 times what it is, or like it is? I have to literally do everything. Otherwise I don't have any food, I don't eat. And granted, this was a few years ago before I was established, but it was one of those moments that I almost came close to quitting the RPG industry because of it. And I'm not talking like,
everyone's aboard.
Like people saying,
get us out of
yeah, I
here
know there's a few spelling errors, but overall the project is good. No. It's like just about 2 or 3 people just, really. It's as if I basically pissed in their cornflakes. That's how they spoke to me, and I have literally never spoken to these people before, but they were emailing me and saying all these, basically, the sort of things, oh, I could do it better, you suck, you should just not bother with this. I'm like, where the fudge did you get off speaking to me like that? And what have you produced on your own, from scratch, with nobody else's help? What have you done? And again, another one of those, I shouldn't have snapped, but it was just death by 1,000 cuts.
It's been an honor to help and protect you all.
I was that close to just quitting the industry, but
we'd all have been doomed.
I just,
we can't thank you enough. I took up a collection from everyone on the ship.
Got things sorted, set down a plan, and went, you know what? From this point on, I am not going to give a flying fudge what anybody says about any of this stuff. I'm not going to respond to anything of them. Don't feed the trolls. And since I've been doing that, things have been getting better. Yeah.
You have my thanks.
You deserve far more.
Yeah, names are a little bit different, I think, but I'm more forgiving about spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes than I used to be. But
Ambassador Asara, it's a relief to see that you've made it back to us safely as well.
Even though you wanted her killed.
To be back, Hawken. I'm just glad that this is all finally over. We're finally safe.
But
I want to thank you again for everything you've done.
Moving on.
Heroes like you are hard to come by, and the Republic needs everyone they can get.
The Jedi will always be there to help those in need.
Then the Republic is very fortunate to have your order for allies. I should warn you, though. Grand Moff Kilran is never going to forget what we've done. He'll stop at nothing to get his revenge.
And I mentioned on a few streams back, but it was around that sort of point in my life I just stopped giving a flying monkeys what most people think about me. And in a way, it's kind of led on to, my confidence building back up, because people think, oh, look at him, he hasn't even bothered shaving. It's like, yeah, I don't care. I shave like once a week, because otherwise my face looks like a tomato that's been shaved.
Sounds like I'd better keep my guard up from now on.
That would be wise. There's nothing Kilran isn't capable of. Anyway.
Sometimes I shave like every couple of weeks, because it's literally otherwise
we all relaxed a bit
my face just goes bright red and raw.
Thanks again. And good luck in the future.
I don't have to justify myself to people. I mean, maybe you want a kitty cat? Yes, let's go to Coruscant. Then hyperspace. I mean, if I could have a beard a long while, I would, but the bits in the corner of my mouth and under here, which this bit I should shave more often, but if I'm brutally honest, it's A, it's a little bit of laziness, and B, I just don't want to do it. Although I did make a mistake once, not the last cold blast we had, but the one before that in this country. I got up in the morning, looked out the window, was like, that looks like a nice sunny day. Yeah, I'll shave today. And then I had to go out, and I realised the reason why it was nice and sunny was because it was frigging cold, and my face felt like I had ice cubes all over it. All those? Yes. So we are now on Coruscant. So if I remember correctly, at the end of this particular story arc is when I get the... Oh, it is. It's when I get her ship. Yep, Coruscant is basically a planet-sized city. Or a city-sized planet. No, not city-sized planet. What am I talking about? A city that covers a planet.
We'll be fine, T7.
Yes, we will go to the Senate Tower. Beards are funny things. Also, I think I've got to do some training as well whilst I'm here.
Ah, you're here. It's a great pleasure to meet one of the Republic's finest.
Me?
You've earned quite a reputation on Tython, personally ending a threat to the Jedi Temple.
Oh, that's, yes.
Inspiring.
Any Jedi could have done it. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Isn't that how heroes are made?
Well,
I represent Venara Kale, Senator of Coruscant. She not only speaks for our capital world in the Galactic Senate, but oversees this planet's government.
Okay.
Senator Kale leads the effort to rebuild what was destroyed during the Sith Empire's invasion. Healing those old wounds has been slow and painful.
The Sith left here years ago.
The war's been over a long time. It's hard to believe we're still recovering.
Some wounds run deeper than others.
True.
This world faces many a crisis. A shattered infrastructure, a booming refugee population, whole sectors descending into anarchy. All of these hinder the rebuilding. Senator Kale believes you're specially qualified to deal with a dangerous and urgent threat. She'd appreciate the favor of a meeting. Immediately.
The Senator needs to clear this with Master Orgus Din. If he agrees, I'll meet her.
There's no time for standard diplomatic channels. Senator Kale will explain everything.
I see.
Senator Kale is the greatest leader we've had in decades. She'll not only rebuild this world, but the rest of the Republic with it. Speak to Minister Imo at the Senate Tower. Tell him you're expected. Good luck, and welcome to Coruscant.
Okay. This is, I think it's the heroic mission stuff. So now this does give me gear, but I'm not entirely sure I want to do heroics on this one. I want to sort of just focus on the... Yeah, I'll just focus on the non-heroic stuff. For her. What I will do, I know there's a trainer around here somewhere. Can't remember exactly where though, that's the problem. That's those ones, yep, don't worry about that. Oh wow, that's a big ship. I'll speak to him. Whoops. Hear me?
You there.
This is basically just the Republic's version of the Imperial Stronghold mission.
Your lofty status, while also supposed to use your
Basically just gives me something nice. I'd go to my stronghold, like more decorations and bits and pieces. It's worth doing. Now where is... Now that's the PvP, so I don't want to do that. Where's the trainer? Trainer's going to be downstairs. So have I got anything from you?
Nice to see customers.
So
can I get you anything?
Affordable. No, I haven't got any tokens for that.
Feel free to browse.
You Aluragara.
No.
Welcome.
Nope.
Got a full stock and permission to sell.
See anything you like, give me a wink.
No. Okay. So where is the trainer? Trainer is, and I've gone the wrong side. Damn it. So 2 sides I could have gone, and I picked the wrong one. Oops, well. Oh, wrong one. Where's the cargo hold? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I need some new skills. Train me, Master Roos.
Using a lightsaber is just as much
Full
science as art.
No, put that one down there. Guards. Okay. Ah, I see. So I can guard. I select and then I hit the guard. So I can say I am guarding.
We can spar anytime.
Like this guy. As long as he's within range, he doesn't take as much damage. What we'll do is turn that one off. That's better. Little chicken walker. Ah, cool, they got a rancor. Yeah. That's brilliant. Right, so where's this dude with the 3 eyes?
Semper finst June. Minsan, dumo ganyor nord.
Thank you for coming on short notice. I'm Senator Venara Kale. Forgive my abruptness, but time is a luxury I don't possess. As you may have heard, Coruscant is overwhelmed with refugees fleeing Imperial tyranny. Many have been here since the war. The refugees took over the old galactic market sector, huddling in shops and warehouses that were abandoned during the sacking of Coruscant. They refused to leave.
It does sound bad.
There has to be a better place for these refugees to live.
We've offered to resettle them off-world, but they're demanding to remain here. As so often happens when fear and poverty dominate, a criminal element has risen to take advantage of the situation.
What was the way?
The Migrant Merchants Guild began as a political advocacy group for refugees. Over the years, it transformed into a ruthless and murderous criminal syndicate.
As if these people didn't have enough problems, now they're being controlled by gangsters.
These criminals exploit the very people their guild allegedly protects. They rule through intimidation and extortion.
Sounds
the
familiar.
Migrant Merchants Guild has grown increasingly hostile and violent. Their criminal enforcers have acquired military-grade weaponry.
Oh, that can't be good.
Earlier today, their thugs took to the streets. They attacked our security personnel, set fires, began rioting. We're facing an armed insurrection.
Yeah, we're not police officers, but...
With all due respect, Senator, are you sure this requires Jedi intervention?
Your order has been away from Coruscant too long. It's time the Jedi took a direct hand in protecting the Republic capital.
Yep.
For generations, the old galactic market was Coruscant's central trade hub. Its importance isn't merely economic. It's a symbol of the Republic's freedom. The comm channels are jammed. We've lost contact with our security forces. I need your help ending this crisis. The criminals must not win.
I'll focus on saving the people caught in the crossfire. Punishing criminals isn't a Jedi's duty.
I suspect they'll punish themselves by attacking you.
Then so be it.
Whatever you must to save innocent lives from that criminal filth. Find my security chief, Captain Winborn. He'll help. Good luck.
Oh, something I'm going to be doing as well is... probably going to do it now in preparation, because I've got no proof of this, but I've got a feeling I'm getting close to the point where I might hit affiliate soon. Because I'm noticing my personal noticing that the averages of the streams have been slowly going up, and again, not fantastic, but it's to the point where I've got to start thinking about these things, and so I'm going to be looking into getting an emote prepped for when it does happen. And as I said, when, not if. Plus also, I'll be changing the overlay as well. It'll still be the same basic design, but it won't have the donation and goal bar down at the bottom, because that was more
Tell me
for,
what's happening.
should we say,
You
when
remember Master
I've got a
Kiewicz
particular
and
goal
Padawan Kira?
in mind.
This
At the
is
moment,
General Varsuthron
I don't.
and Dr.
So there's no point
Elatanus.
in having
We're
that there.
discussing why the Republic secretly built a
I mean, I can always move
planetary
stuff
scale
around
weapon
later, but I won't be
without
getting rid of the
consulting the
current
Jedi.
overlay. I'll be keeping it
My
for
work barely qualifies
particular
as a weapon.
occasions, like
It's the
if
most humane military
I'm doing like
technology
a
ever
charity
invented.
drive, or
With a single activation,
I'm
the planet prison supercharges a world's
thinking, okay,
upper
let's
atmosphere,
see if we can get
turning
like
it
a
into
new
an
goal up
enormous
for
ion cannon.
like new subs or
Starship
something like
entering
that.
or
Something like
leaving
those
the
kind of
planet will be
lines.
completely
So
disabled.
it's still going to be used,
Perfect
just
enemy
not as often.
containment
So I'm going to
without
speak to
casualties.
the person who did my overlays and everything else as well, because they were really helpful. And ask them, okay, can I have the same screen? Blah blah blah. Plus also I'll need some emotes done. The only problem is I have no idea what I'm going to do for an emote. So if anyone's got any suggestions, either please put them in chat or throw them in the Discord channel, and as long as it's not rude or suggestive, I will look into it and consider it.
Have you tested this planet prison safety?
We're about to begin field testing
basic-
when this pointless debate started.
The reason why I'm doing it now
Regardless,
is
you've allowed the planet prison's
hypothetical
design
situation,
files
I
to be
get
stolen
affiliate by the
common
end of the
criminals.
month.
I doubt
Not saying I
the
will,
thieves
just
even realize what
hypothetical.
they have.
If I've got the
Besides,
items
data
ready,
is encrypted.
or at least being
People are pursuing
designed,
every possible lead.
then I can upload them and get them
all due
approved
respect,
quicker, so I don't have to wait as long.
Don't you think it's time the Jedi got involved? Master Kiewicz and I must speak with the Supreme Chancellor.
That's my
I
plan.
need you here finding those design files.
I won't let you down.
You stay as well, Kira. Your security expertise may come in handy.
'Cause, I mean, the
we
first
have a lead
hurdle
on
was
the
getting to
beats.
50
This is Agent
50
Galen
followers,
with
which
the
I've done now.
Strategic
Again, thank
Information
you all very
Service.
much who have
Agent,
followed
these
me.
young
Thank
Jedi
you.
will assist you.
People are awesome. The next is getting the average up, but that's going to come with time and
32 hours ago, thieves raided a
improvement of
military
quality,
storehouse.
both in terms
They
of the
stole
games I
weapons,
play,
supplies, and data files for the Planet
me,
Prison project.
and everything
Thieves'
else as
leader
well. So
slipped up.
I'm
showed
thinking
his
long
face to a
term.
security camera. We identified him from our criminal database.
See, I was thinking of a cat
Rodian
emote
smuggler,
originally, but I thought,
staying
well,
with
a
the
lot of people
so-called
have cat
Migrant Merchants
emotes.
Guild.
And
Nasty bunch of
I suppose I could do one of old
Why would alien gangsters rob
there's
a
the furry
military
overlord
storehouse?
over here is lying down on the cushion next to me right now. So
It's time I had a talk with this guild.
No one
yeah,
talks
I
to
will
those cutthroats.
certainly keep that
The
as
guild is a
a.
violent, well-armed criminal cartel.
If I can't
Invading
think
their
of one by
headquarters is
say
something only
I
a
don't know,
Jedi could pull off.
the end of next
Dear,
week, say,
I really must
then
go
yeah,
sit
I probably
down.
would do a nice
Excuse me.
little cute little cat emote.
Agent,
Nothing
let's use
fancy,
your fancy
just something
security
that's
network to distract those
recognisable
gangsters.
as
Give my
the
effeminate
Mogwai.
thief some quality time.
When you find Vistus, contact me. The data files are top priority, but try to recover anything else that was stolen from us. Good luck.
It does have to be copyright free, unfortunately. It's if it's done off say me, like let's say of a ship I've personally designed, perfectly fine because I own the copyright to it. But I couldn't do say for example that, because that's obviously a Star Trek symbol. I'm not saying I would do that, but if I could use that, that would be fantastic. But yeah, unfortunately you can't use copyrighted, and you can't use obviously profanities or anything that's I don't say not so much offensive, but definitely slurs and bad words, if you know what I mean. So I think for now, probably if I can't come up with another one, it probably will be a little cat. And because there'll be like the different sub tiers as well, it'll be like a sort of standard one, a silver one, and maybe like a sort of gold one. Because by having the 3 tiers, it's like it rewards people who have the higher level emotes. But yeah, it would be really nice if I could legally have like the old Star Trek Delta. A Sith cat. Oh, it's like a interesting idea. Thing is, I mean, you see how big the emotes are. I'm just going to sort of fire one off into chat. Where's it gone? Nope, no, wrong button. There we go. Like, for example, I'm just going to fire one from Jesse Cox here. So you're not going to have a huge amount of detail. Yeah, it's only like literally, it's really small, like 32 by 32 or something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's perfectly showed it off there. Where we go?
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
This is Coruscant. Look at the drop on that. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking. Yeah, as I think, I don't really have a mascot or particular logo as such. So I'm thinking, the fact that different people have suggested a cat, definitely leaning heavily towards cat. Yeah, that was just so I've got something to go as my user image, because it's just something to sort of show off a little bit, but without being a official logo. If that kind of makes sense. It just to give it a sort of look. Ugh, the way these things drop in. Oh, there's going to be a cat one definitely now. In fact, everyone's suggesting something cat related. So I think that's a given now. Oh, you're too close. It's probably not even going to happen for a month or two, but if I get it done now, and
the senator sent me as his representative.
I forget her name. The person who does the does the artwork for me is they're pretty good, but obviously they've got a lot of backlog of work to do. So I'm prepared for it to take time. It's like, there's no rush. So if I think about it now, end of the week, I'll get in contact with them.
It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's I will speak to them and sit there and see what they can do.
Exactly. And Senator Bark's bold vision is to see the balance returned. Recently, the senator arranged to acquire a shipment of
cartoony or sort of,
advanced
anything like
hardware
that.
that could create whole new
I do want
industries
it
for
sort
the
of
Republic.
cartoony.
Fortunately, the
I think
shipment was
emotes work
hijacked by
better
the Migrant
that way.
Merchants Guild. Now, Republic Security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The senator says this issue is really over Security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
If I could, I know I'd never get it, but if I could ever get the license, I would love to have a ring like the one ring from Lord of the Rings as one of the emotes. And it's like as a later date kind of thing, or have it as the gold tier. But again,
to find out
can't
where the
use
Guild has hidden
copyright
the
stuff.
Senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
I will suggest to them the and I'm definitely liking the idea of you say like the dark side, light side cat. I'm definitely enjoying that. Yeah, it's got potential. I'll just see if they can do it. If they can, that's probably what I'm going to end up going with. If they can't, then I think of something else. There's no point in me. I'm going that way. Yeah. There's no point in saying, "Oh, I definitely want this," and then finding out it's not practical. Oh, hello, what's that over there? Ooh. Right, so I now need to do some more diplomacy. Keep forgetting about that. Yeah, because of Little Uggy's. I wish I could help out more, but
I'm desperate, Mal.
I wish I could help, Nick.
I
I really
can't,
do, but
unfortunately.
I can't spare the manpower.
Is this what the
Especially if I
Republic
just
has been
forked out for a
reduced
new
to?
machine as well.
Indifference to the suffering of aliens?
Indifference is not the policy of the Jedi.
Then why defend an organization that ignores its alien citizens? Look around. Do we look happy here? For us, there is no justice. We are ruled over
That's
by
when you get some
gangsters who call themselves the
it's-
Migrant Merchants Guild.
you know, some people really
While
do
Republic
get
security,
metaphorically shat on.
Nick, none of you should be living here. We can't guarantee your safety. You know that.
Our homes were buried under rubble during the war. Not our fault the businessmen here are all crooks.
I'm here to help. Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Things are not well at all, and I do.
No, if I
so
did that
need
as well,
someone.
I'd turn around to certain people and just go.
Public considers us squatters and wants us
I'm
out.
talking like, you know,
The
like
Migrant
high
Merchants Guild
millions or
claims to
something.
protect
Right.
us, but all they do is exploit
How do you
us.
want to work for me?
Now the guild has kidnapped my mate Rhea.
$2 grand
and
a
put her
month.
to work as an entertainer. Rhea, forced to dance for the pleasure
Yeah,
of
that's a
scoundrels.
poetic way of describing it.
Why did the guild kidnap your mate?
Because I failed to make my protection.
It would be a huge amount, you know, but
And
it's
as
still
you can see,
it'd be enough to sort of
Republic
keep you on your
security couldn't
feet
care less.
whilst you do other stuff. If you do it like,
Nick,
right.
give it a rest.
There's no telling what humiliations and depravities Rhea's been forced to endure. My beloved is worth a great deal to me. Bring her back and I'll reward you handsomely.
So try not to burp.
I'll handle it.
Thank the ancestors. I cannot express what this means to me. Rhea is being held with the other dancers in the guild headquarters. She's a beautiful Nautilin with lovely green headdresses. I'm sure you'll know her.
I've no idea who this woman is. Oh.
In accordance with Security Force Regulation 1195, conversations with non-security personnel are to be kept to a minimum. Let's make this quick. I'm Captain Denel Zahn. Senator Barks Page ordered me to give you information regarding the Senator's stolen goods.
Where can I find the shipment?
Look, I don't work for him. If you want that information, we're gonna have to come to an understanding. Did
Brewster's
the Senator's crony
Millions.
tell you where the shipment came from, or what these computer chips are for?
That's the film you're thinking about, Bruce's Millions. He had to spend 30 million in or whatever the amount of money was in a month, and he got 30 million, but he had to have no assets, and he had to keep all the receipts by it. Yep.
Now that you mention it, he didn't explain anything about the chips.
I'm not surprised. These political types like to gloss
Great.
over details.
Very good film, that. Very good film.
Chips are from planet Ryloth. They're designed to operate
You know,
remote
you could only
control slave
gamble a
collars.
certain amount, you could only
Under
give
Republic
away
Law
a certain amount.
4412, Rylothian slave collars and the chips used to make them are illegal in Republic space, even for senators.
Why would a senator need chips for slave collars?
To be honest, I don't know. But it really doesn't change anything. The law is the law. Our immediate problem is that these slave collar chips are spread around the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. First priority is get the shipment together again.
I think
After
that film
that,
came
bring
out
the
in
chips back to me and I'll make sure they're
the
destroyed.
80s, Brewster's Millions.
It sounds like the right thing to do.
It's the only thing to do. Find the chips and get out of the guild warehouse. Once you've got everything, I suggest you let us deal with the shipment, not the senator.
Some interesting thing going on in this place. The capital of the Republic is definitely proving to be a hotbed of intrigue.
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you
Yeah,
have to.
at
You can't let those
1985.
crazies take over the network.
Was the bad guess?
Captain Winborn, Senator Kale said you need backup.
Richard
What's the
Pryor,
situation?
I believe.
We're getting cut to pieces down here. We're not trained to fight an army of killers.
Hey,
These
I
gangsters
grew
are
up.
smart,
I would still
organized,
call myself
clearly
poor
trained off-world.
now, and I definitely grew up in
Might
a
even destroy
poor,
the Senate tower.
what they would call over here, a poor family. But you know, it's going to sound sort of cliche and cheesy, but I never felt like I was mistreated or unlooked after or unloved.
Pull your men back, Captain.
I mean,
Let me handle
granted,
the criminals.
It's not that simple.
I was the proverbial weird kid
Gangsters
growing
brought
up, but
slicers to
found
access
out
every
why
network node in the sector.
later.
They're
But
trying to take over the automated
none of my
speeder
family
flight paths.
ever sort
Caused
of.
thousands of mid-air collisions.
I think at some
Debris on
some
the
level
side
they
of tower
knew
like a
there was
meteor
something
storm.
slightly off about me as a child.
Many will die.
But again, not in a nasty way. Just it's like,
I'm taking
yeah,
them down.
he's not normal.
Best news I've heard all day, Master Jedi.
He's not nasty. He's just
Gangsters have armed patrols guarding the
like my
network
brothers would go
access
out,
points.
play in the
Push them
park and
back,
things like
then
that, and I'd be
manually lock
perfectly
down the
happy just to go and
terminals.
spend all day in the
Get
library.
enough terminals, we might just pull
Literally
this off.
all day
Then we'll back you up.
in the library,
Good luck
not
in
like a
there.
couple of hours. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So I've just got to read the chat there. Yeah, something with the yeah, it's like here in my house, other people got treated by their families. Not that it's a saying never, but some of them have been. Made me realise just how damn lucky I am. Now I've got to be careful because if memory serves me correctly, somewhere around here is what they call a world boss, who is very difficult to fight. We're talking you have to have multiple people. There's no way you can take them on solo. Even if you come back later, you can't do it. I could try and remember where they are. I've got a nasty feeling they're somewhere around here, but I'm not 100% sure. So, yep. Oh, yeah, I've got to do that. Take out that. Yeah, we would definitely. I think so that sort of growing up is one of the reasons why I'm a bit, should we say, reluctant to talk about money. It's like giving that exact values. Like I've had a couple of people asking me how much my new rig cost, and it's like enough. And they know now that it's when I say things like that it means I'm not comfortable with talking about the actual monetary value. I never have been. I don't think I ever will be, to be brutally honest. It's not a bad thing. It's just one of my quirks. Right, so I've got to go up there. Right. Where's he gone? Come back, little. Ooh, plant. Yeah, I mean, I've had it in the past. I mean, I'm lucky enough I'm relatively stable now, but about 4 to 5 years ago, I was literally 2 weeks away from being homeless. Like, that's how close to now I was from being in real deep shit. But then a series of fortunate events went my way, and again, I won't go into too much details because I promised the people I wouldn't talk about it too much. But the gist of it is, I got very lucky with regards to a place to stay, and then it just went from there. I mean, looking back on it now, it was actually quite funny that the first day I moved in to where I'm living now. So it's the sequel to a series of unfortunate events, but I literally just had, like, literally the day I moved in, because I didn't have anything else, I had like one chair, a desk, obviously the bed, and a box. Oh, and one cabinet. That was it. At the time, I didn't have a fridge, I didn't have a washing machine, I had like hardly anything. It was like, this place was empty, you know. If I slightly coughed, it would echo all around the place. And the first night, I was sleeping in the place, because I'm at the time really not used to sleeping on my own, being on my own in a house. That was another thing as well. I heard one of the like the floorboards, I suppose you could say, sort of creak or settle. You know, just where they expand every now and then, and they make the sort of squeaky noises. And I didn't realise that's where it was. So I'm panicking in the middle of the night, and I've come literally running downstairs to where I heard the creaking sound, because it was a warm night, so the doors were open. Probably didn't help. And yeah, I was literally running down the stairs in just my underpants, and I grabbed, I suppose it was the best way to describe it, it's like an umbrella or something, and so I'm just taking it downstairs to a made up sound, and when I realised what it was, I was like, are you fucking idiot? Yeah, it was, so looking back at it, it was so funny, but at the time I was panicking. So now I've got to find another enforcer. Right, so there's an enforcer around here somewhere. Okay, just take those out as well, whilst I try and find them. Right, try and remember where that boss fight is. I think it's up there on that platform. Ah, Shazbud. I will find that there's nothing enforcer. It was funny. Is that an enforcer? No, it's the shooter. Oh, there's the enforcer. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I get it now. It's possible. It's not something I've really thought about much, and you don't think about your own accent until somebody comments on it. I mean, I kind of get what he means. It's like sometimes when people say like there, it sounds like there. Sort of. I get what they're trying to say. It's took me a few seconds. Yeah, I do get what you mean. Where is he? Is he? Oh, he's up there, right. Yeah, this is where I've got to be careful because I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, you know what I was saying about the boss? There he is. That big droid there. Am I going to fight him? Am I? Bollocks. Ah, I've done it. Yeah, you do notice it's... I mean, I know there's differences like in the American accents, but for the life of me, I could not tell you where a certain accent came from. Like, I could hear one that's like from San Francisco. It's like, is that from New York or from Boston? Which I know is a big no-no. Yeah, there's even different accents in London as well. Yeah, Shilish. His accent's brilliant. Yeah, it's a strange one. It's like you notice him more when the further away. It sounds almost like another accent. Yay! Ooh. Okay, so now we'll go to... Yep. It's you even get different accents in, especially in places like London. I can sometimes hear it myself, but you can definitely tell the difference between what we would call the city accent and the suburb accent. You know, like central London and like South London. I mean, I'm from South London, or as they say, South London. Yeah, it's very difficult to sort of pick out your own accent. I love Katie's accent; it's adorable. It
Stand by
really
for
is.
examination and suggested products. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Trying to think. Right, where will we go now? So let's see. If I go, I've got 3 quests here, so I might as well go right, middle, left. I can remember when I went to MCM Comic Con last year, and they were there as well. It's like you could so hear the differences. Like I was speaking to Mark as well, and again, difference in the accents would just crack me up. And it's like, I'm not going to do a Scottish accent because it would be borderline offensive, but just hearing them were just like, oh my god, your the accent's adorable. So I never used to think I had a strong London accent until I was talking to a few friends online once, and as soon as I opened my mouth they went, oh my god Chris, you've got such a London accent. I was like, no I don't. Yeah you do. I don't think so. And it jokingly went backwards and forwards for a little bit. I'm not going to I'm not going to do the accent, but I can kind of mentally picture, that makes the right word, a Scottish accent, but it's probably from somewhere like off the TV or the film, so that's why I don't want to try and impersonate it, because you'll be rightfully offended by it. I know there's some accents that And there's a bit of a stereotype that they have to have subtitles on in certain shows. Oh, you have a YouTube channel. If you want to plug it in here, then by all means, you're more than welcome to do so. Not something I'll do for absolutely everybody, but for regulars I will be a bit more lenient about stuff like that. Okay, fair enough. No. So if you get yourself a nice video done and you want to show it off to people, either stick it in the Discord or put it in the channel. It's like, I don't mind. Oh my, that's a very revealing
I'm
outfit.
here to see a friend of mine, Ria Delaru.
That's two very revealing outfits. Oh blimey, put some clothes on, girl. You're gonna catch a cold.
Thank you for considering Hanera's dance troupe for your entertainment needs. How may I please you this day?
I don't mean this in a nasty way, but your friend's quite distracting in the background there.
Nick's worried about you. He asked me to get you out of here.
Blast it. I should have known. I'm afraid you've wasted your time. I'm not here against my will.
You're not?
It's okay. You can talk to me.
I'm sorry. I should have told Nick the truth. I was just hoping to spare his feelings. Life with him was miserable. Not only were we barely scraping by, but I was fed up. His jealousy was driving me crazy. He didn't want me talking to anyone or going out. Life here it's better.
Please tell him.
Your mate probably needs to hear this.
I know. I should have realized he would never just let me go. Could you please tell Nick I was shipped off Coruscant? If he thinks I'm gone, he might move on.
Stay here. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Did you just
Nick's
copy
not
that
evil,
from
but
someone's
I just
Twitter or
couldn't
YouTube
stay.
channel? Right. Well, that's right. Not something I was expecting to see, but I should have expected it at some level. Alright. Oh, it's actually your one. Okay. Yeah, as long as the stuff's not spammed and people ask first or I offer like I just did, then I don't mind regular people doing it occasionally. Again, not saying it will happen, but if it does get to a point where too many people are doing it or it starts to clutter up things, then I'll bring in a hard, fast rule about it. But for the moment, we'll take things chill and gradual. We're not going to worry too much about it. Let's see what I need to do. Oh yeah, keep forgetting that. Oop. Yeah, I can kind of see that one. It's when you're trying to work, it's one thing, but when you can sort of see it from a more, shall we say, objective point of view, some of that stuff is funny. You can't blame people for at least giving it a try, but at the same time, it's disrupting your job and your work. Bit laggy there. I wonder, there's 140 people on this planet. 140 characters on this planet even. You go over there. Right, I need to go this way. Right, I am just going to put that up so I can sub to it. Now, anybody else who's watching it on the replay or VOD, please feel free to show them some love. 140 player characters. if you look at 135, if you look in the top for me to top left corner. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Right, I'm just gonna. There you go. I've just subscribed. Oh no, they've upgraded Twitter now. It's 200 and something. So this is Twitter world before the upgrade. Alright, this is the upgrade I'm looking for. Yep. But it's I can't do much at the moment, but occasionally little things like this is my way of just sort of giving back as a thanks for, you know, sticking with me. Also helps to, it's going to sound again a bit cliche, but it helps to build the community. Hey, it's more than me. I've got 6 on my YouTube channel. But to be fair, my channel is more for archiving Twitter stuff. Now, I don't edit, I don't do things like that. It's literally just for putting stuff on here like this, or things I can't broadcast to Twitter. Like if I'm out and about and I can't, you know, do anything like that. That might go on the YouTube channel, that kind of thing. But probably 99.999 reoccurring, it will be previous streams. Hey, more welcome. Have some of that. I like that. Cause a smoke grenade. And then I just come flying in and I slice them up with a lightsaber. This is why I like this game. Yep. Actually, I might even just I might even disable the what do you call it? The what I was saying there, comments on my YouTube channel for a lot of them by default, just because YouTube is unmoderated, and it goes back to, as I was talking about earlier, about people being numpties, which is a great word. Alright. Take out these turrets. Yeah, definitely starting to like this character more and more. The more I play her, the more I'm liking the alternative as a character. It's just seeming to gel for some reason.
Agent Galen, I believe I found our thief.
Get the stolen design files and hurry back. We've had a major security breach.
I'm on it.
What's happened now, Agent?
This holo channel isn't secure. I'll brief you at the Senate Tower. Galen out.
Okay. Right, so the guild already decrypted them and you got a copy to your clients.
Tell me about your employers, and you can leave.
Definitely playing this one as a straight and narrow. I've also got another character as well that I'm quite enjoying playing, the assassin, and I'm playing her, just happens to randomly be a lady, and oh my god, I am playing her so evil. And again, this is one of those games that I found that playing towards one extreme or the other seems to be more fun, but I still love playing as my sniper still.
You have
You
no
can just shoot
idea
him
the
from a
trouble
distance.
you've caused.
I'm kind of playing like as a messed up assassin who does not care. The only people she will not be rude and horrible to will be her ship crew. Anybody else is fair game.
So long as everything you've told me
Okay.
is true,
You gotta
we
look
have
after your
no further
friends.
quarrel.
Yeah, you go to Nar Shaddaa, but be warned, I have a place there. So I will be visiting and keeping an eye on you. You weird blue frog. Right. Now, something that's quite good that a lot of people don't realise is the quick travel. Now I need to get back to there quickly. So what I can do is... No, it's not too far away. Damn. Okay, here's the quick travel point. Ah. That again. Yeah, so the nearest quick travel point is going to be... Oh, all the way up there. Alright, I'll take the slow way around. Oh, the Minecraft one, yeah. Who's still playing this game? Oh, great, thank you. Now I have. Thanks very much. I'm going to be humming that myself later. If I get attacked, I get attacked. You said it reminded me there was a... Oh, what's it? I once legitimately had the opening few bars to the SpongeBob SquarePants theme tune. You know, the "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?" That bit. Just that bit stuck in my head one day when I was at work for probably about 3 hours. It almost drove me insane. Because it wasn't the whole song, no. It was literally just the first few bars. Well, let's go and hand this quest in. You know, just mess these guys up as well so I can. Good shot. So you need to... There it is.
My men can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that?
Yes.
The network terminal's locked down. The speeder traffic is secure. Now, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Yeah, have a look
Let
at
me
this.
see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised.
That's the
our
senator I
people.
was talking to earlier.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Oh, so she's in with the local criminals.
Senator Kale and the Migrant Merchants Guild are at war? That's what this was all about?
Oh, no, war
Your
even.
extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator.
Oh,
We'll have
but
what
she
we want,
was
one
dealing
way
with
or
them.
another.
Ooh. There's definitely some
This
kind of
is way
shenanigans
above my
going on.
pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
I'll speak with her as soon as possible.
She'll have a good explanation. She has to.
Yep.
Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance.
I
My men and
sense
I will stay
another
down
ethical
here.
choice
You should
coming
go
up
back to the Senate Tower.
with regards to this senator. do I dob her in, or do I?
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again.
Charming.
Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Take these chips and destroy them, Captain.
Oh, I will. Senator Park will be disappointed, but the law is the law, even for senators. I know he probably offered more, but I can at least give you the standard rate for your work.
Thank you.
I'm just glad we found them before Senator Bark did.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. To be honest, I can't think of a more detestable technology.
Yep.
I've got a lot of data
Slave
work to
collars
do now.
and
We don't want the senator
droid
finding any fault with
restraining
the way
bolts.
this was handled. But you've got my thanks.
Nasty things. Very nasty. So again, ooh, medical supplies. I might be able to make some stuff soon. That would be interesting. I imagine with the amount of profanities they would put into that as well. I take it you've heard their song "Shipping and Receiving." That's an eye opener.
You're back.
And that's definitely not safe for work.
What happened?
Your mate's no longer on Coruscant.
No, this can't be. Where did she go?
It's better that you don't know the details.
Oh, my poor Rhea. She was my most valued possession. Why do the ancestors punish me so? I suppose we should settle up, despite the fact that you failed to bring my beloved back. This is yours.
I'm sorry it didn't happen as you hoped.
Was it?
I must
I'm not going to say the exact word, but stick a in me, I'm
Thank
done.
you and farewell.
That is the same one I'm thinking of, isn't it? So that's handing in some quests here. So now I'm going to go that way. Yeah. He did get over there very quickly, didn't he? It's like, you really didn't care about her, did you? Boing, 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 boing. Hello.
It's an honor, Master Jedi. I apologize in advance if I throw up on you. Officer Anstis. Nice to, ouch, meet you. Apparently I've got enemies back at HQ.
Oh?
Got the unenviable task of arresting Gambo, Black Sun enforcer with a string of murders to his name.
Ah.
I've gone inside the dealer's den half a dozen times to confront him. And he's beaten me within a centimeter of my life each time.
Well, looks like you've now got the Jedi to help you.
Maybe I should talk to Gambo.
Jedi might at least make him think twice. That's a serious offer.
If you want to see something that's really funny,
could tear through that whole cantina if he had a
and
mind
you would
to.
appreciate this, have a look on
He needs to be
YouTube
talked
for,
down or knocked
I
out
think
if
it's
I'm gonna arrest
Kim's,
him.
Katie's and
I'm no
Kat's
match.
reaction video
You
to
might
it.
have a shot.
It was on one of the taken from the live stream where that came from. It is so funny. It really is. It's just Katie's reaction. I won't spoil it because it is, unless you've already seen it. But seriously, Katie's reaction is just brilliant. Well, all of their reactions are brilliant.
I'll go talk to Gambo. You should get to a med center.
I won't leave my post. I can't take Gambo, but I can keep tabs on him. No one sees Gambo without going through Zuki, his lookout. If you're lucky, Gambo might give you a few words before he starts swinging. Use them wisely.
Yes. It's just the way Katie just slowly hides behind the table. It's like, yeah. Seriously, it's, I know it's sort of a cliche thing, but so many of the ones on there are just so frigging funny. Just unlock that. I keep forgetting to do that. Well, I've not got any travel points. Or did you see the one that I think
I need to talk to Gambo.
Lewis and Simon did of the previous live stream? So they were watching themselves, and they did themselves live watching themselves.
I can handle Gambo. He won't hurt you.
Hagwa Bontagu, Chubalong Haku.
God, he's a big fella.
Micha Kolkata Maji, Taus Azala
Seriously, look at him. Huge. I'm gonna have to use my fourth persuade power, so. Not today.
You don't want to fight me. You want to turn yourself in.
Nobody gets hurt. Yeah, you're right, that's a dirty trick. But nobody got hurt. Unfortunately, I don't think he was blessed in the brains department. There you go. Did it. Nobody got hurt.
What you said, but I almost died of shock when Gambo turned himself in. I'm not taking any chances. There's a whole squad escorting him back to headquarters.
Just imagine it from her point of view.
Before I pass out.
Right?
Thanks for the
The
help.
very person who has been beaten us within an inch of her life just suddenly walks out and goes, "Yeah, I'm handing myself in." Pizza Casadilla. What's one of them? I'm not familiar with it. I'll probably recognise it if you describe it, but the name I'm not familiar with. But it's pizza flavour, so it sounds good. Right, where I need to go? That was over there. Yeah, I don't know what a Casadilla is. Sorry, it's me being a derp. Ah. Okay. Well, I've already mentioned what my views are on Pineapple. We're not going to go into that one again.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
But I do have a stuffed crust pizza in the freezer, which I'm probably going to have for my dinner tomorrow. It's not fantastic, but it's a pepperoni one with I think maybe a bit of ham as well. I'm not sure on that one. I have to double check, but it's definitely got pepperoni on it. Love pepperoni. Good stuff. Oh, okay. Ah, that sounds quite nice. I do like a tortilla. Wait, is that an X-Wing? Ah. Interesting. Right, so that's the... Okay, there's another quest to pick up along here. So some of them are level based. Oh, there he is.
Master Jedi, come look.
Yeah, they never put enough on there.
I was raised there. My father was an admiral, and my mother was a senator. But they were both killed during the war. That's tragic. I'm sorry to hear it. Don't be. They gave their lives to protect this great republic. I'm sorry.
Okay, now
my name is Spiricris Zerum. I used to be military, then a diplomat, but not anymore. Now I represent
because I know some people pronounce it tortilla.
Willing to go to any length to protect the true
I do
republic
sometimes.
and its enemies.
I'm not sort of, shall we say, consistent in how I pronounce some words.
What exactly
But
is the true
yeah, sometimes I say tortilla, sometimes I say
The true
tortilla.
republic is the one based on ideals, on the
I think I
principles
tend
that
to
carried
lean
us through
towards
history.
more tortilla
Until
rather than
now.
tortilla.
Dangerous radicals are about to make a massive power play in the Senate. Senator Glirius Parvel is gathering support to break ties with the Jedi and establish an alliance with the Sith Empire.
Okay, that could go badly.
Why would the Republic break ties with the Jedi?
Yeah.
Because your order would never agree to an alliance with the Empire.
There's
And
a reason
that's
for
what the
that.
Senator wants. My colleagues discovered a way to expose Parvel's plan to the public, turn the political tide against this insanity. But our one shot's about to pass us by.
I remember last time I went to
Parvel's put us all
a
on
Mexican
Senate's security
restaurant.
watch list.
Well, there's
We
one
can't
not
even
far
get
from me.
near
It's
the
pretty
tower.
nice. And I had a fajita, which was absolutely gorgeous.
Allow me to do this.
Problem is, I had a very slight
actually be
allergic
willing to
reaction
help
to
us?
something in the sauce
Diplomatic
or the
parcel is being
spices that
delivered
they
to Senator
used,
Parvel's
and my
office.
whole face
All
went
you'd have to do
very,
is
very
steal
slightly
the
red
parcel
and
and
tingly.
smuggle it out to me. Will you do it? It will be a
Bloody
privilege.
nice though.
Thank the stars. Until you came along, I was beginning to give up hope. A courier droid is delivering the documents to Senator Parvel. Use this scrambler box, and it'll hand the parcel to you. Just intercept it before it
Really
reaches
nice
his
though. Like
office.
the
I'll be
chicken was,
waiting here.
you know, decent amount of chicken. The peppers were good. It was a damn nice fajita. Right, so I'm to go and do all my training again. I've gone past it. Where is he? It's the first time in a long time I've had that kind of reaction, and even a few people are like, Chris, you're right. Your face is going a bit red. I'm going, and as I'm stuffing more of this fajita into my mouth, it's like, this is good stuff. It's like, my face is a bit tingly though.
Lightsaber is just as much science as art.
To which, it wasn't bad.
We can
As I say,
spar
it was
anytime.
quite pleasant, and I'll go there again. I just have to be aware that could happen. Chocolate taco sauce. God damn it! I've got food cravings now. It could be. I mean, whatever they did to it, it tasted absolutely amazing, and I wolfed it down. You know. I mean, for me at the time, it was quite a lot to eat. It was like, I don't know what you call it, like a whole tray, I suppose you could say, of the fajitas, like the onions, the peppers, and the chicken, and I just scoffed that down like some, like somebody who had never eaten before. Okay. I remember that. It was good.
That will be all,
It
Minister.
really was good.
Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed
I
thousands.
mean, it's one of the reasons
You
why
have
I'm
my
a bit
gratitude.
sort of
Unfortunately, you also
picky
have a
about
hollow
some
recording
foods,
I
is
would
because
like destroyed.
occasionally
Its
I've had
contents
those
will
kind of
only cause
reactions
harm.
to things. So it's like, I'm not being picky just for the hell of it. I do sometimes get bad reactions to certain foods, and if I know what's in it, then I know to expect it. Oh, hello.
You committed a crime, Senator. Do you really expect to get away with it?
There's so much you don't understand about the situation. The Jedi Order left us to rebuild Coruscant alone. My opponent in the elections was a vile man.
If she knows it.
Lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation. And I'd do it again.
Yeah, she hasn't learned anything.
Do you hear yourself? After everything that's happened, you still won't admit to being wrong.
I'm not wrong. If you'd witnessed the suffering
There we go
on
again,
this
as I
world,
was saying earlier about the
poverty and
self-righteousness.
despair, you'd know that.
See, this is the
I
ugly
stole from
side
those
of the
criminals
Republic.
To rebuild Coruscant for its people.
They are
Set things right.
a bit more.
I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice.
What's the word I'm
You
looking
hold
for?
the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
I don't. Whilst they're not so much outrightly evil, it's a little bit more insidious because they think they're doing things right. They think they are doing things for the. Again, go back to that phrase I don't like. The greater good.
If you really love the people of Coruscant, you'll admit what you've done. Let them decide whether or not to forgive you.
You think I'm dishonest? I'm just a realist. But there's no point arguing it with you. I won't force you to go public. I'll call an emergency meeting in the Senate. Tell them the truth. Let them decide.
Coruscant will be rebuilt, with or without you.
The best of
I promise
villains
to help
believe
finish
they
what
are
you've started.
heroes.
Perhaps you should run for office.
I can't remember who said it, but I read it somewhere, and it's like, yeah,
I'll see to it you're properly
I
recognized
completely
for your
agree with
heroism
that.
in the old galactic market. Farewell.
like one of my favourite comic book villains. I'll say villains. He is technically classified as a villain. Is Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four. I'm not a major fan of the Fantastic Four series, but as villains and nemesis go, Nemesi, he's my favourite, because not only does he believe he's right, he knows he's right, and he even had a god-like being confirm it for him at one point. So it's like that's a bit of a boost to the ego. Yep. And when I say he had a god confirm it, he literally had a Doom, literally had a god-like being confirm that what he was doing is, whilst it's not necessarily the right method, his goal is
Stop right there.
kind
I
of
see
just.
what you're doing. How dare you accost the senator's
Again,
courier
the other
droid?
one, Lex Luthor.
Stealing documents. What's the matter with you?
The best
This is
villains
the heart of the
always
Republic,
think they're doing
the
things for
greatest
the right
bastion of
reasons.
democracy in the galaxy.
You love to hate them.
I'm here to protect the Republic.
Like one of my personal favourite
Breaking the
villains
law and
is
undermining
from
the political process? I find that hard to
Deep Space
believe.
Nine, Gul Dukat.
I know you people and your drivel
He
about
truly
protecting the
believed he
true
was
Republic.
saving Cardassia,
However
and he was
unpopular
a
Senator
man of the
Parville's
people and
ideas
his
might be,
family,
the
until a
principles of the
certain
Republic give him
incident
the
which
freedom
caused
to
him to go a
express
bit
those ideas.
loopy.
The Senator's ideas would destroy the Republic.
You don't speak for
And
the
that
Republic,
they sort of said in an interview
Your
that
own
that's what they
orders'
were going
outdated
for.
ideals cause more
You know,
harm
he
than
truly
good.
believed
What's
he
the
was
real
saving
culprits here are the
Cardassia by
paranoid
making
fanatics
the
you've gotten
deal with the
yourself
Dominion.
tangled up with.
But it turned out that the Dominion didn't give two figs for Cardassia. They just wanted to use him as a staging area to evade the rest of the Alpha Quadrant.
I don't even know who they are.
Which is precisely why you should feel no allegiance to them whatsoever. Look, it's not too late for you to turn around and do the right thing. I could even forget I saw you. I have this parcel of outdated agricultural revenue documents. Give me the Senator's parcel and take these to your friends instead.
Sure.
The Senator can continue. For now. I'll take back the fakes.
You're doing the right thing. I'm glad you recognize the misguided intentions of these fanatics. On behalf of both the Senator and myself, thank you, and good luck.
So see, I mean, again, the Republic are supposed to be the good guys, yet they're in as many ways just as corrupt and messed up as the Empire. Just there's a particular term for that. It's I wish I could remember what it was.
Nayanam Ramkam, Kala Amka Mani Mani, Lidik Bak.
That was a fairly unsubtle attempt to get my attention.
So I've always wondered about the Star Wars universe is, does everybody know all the different languages, or is there some kind of universal translator? Because, you know, I can understand, say, someone like Han understanding Chewie because he spent most of his life with him, but then you've got, you know, all the other ones and they're talking in their native language, and yet most people seem to understand them. So I honestly don't know on that one.
To stand against the Empire, the Republic's leaders must be strong.
It's a very, I won't say confusing, but it does puzzle me somewhat. Jedi Magic Translation Matrix. Yep. Okay, it is a sort of good one, which kind of explains it for me. Who's seen Farscape? Yeah. The reason why I ask is because in the very first episode, oh, you just walked through the wall. Bloody hell! Sorcery. They basically had translator microbes, which, you know, as soon as Crichton appeared on the ship, they pretty much came over and going, oh, he hasn't got his translator microbes, and they injected him, and that not so much caused a problem, but when he got back to Earth, and they did like a scan to make sure he was still human, they detected like a weird thing on his brain. It's like, yeah, what's that? So, you know, that's like your speech and processing center. It's like, oh, that's how they control. And they could deal with it. But I was wondering if there was an equivalent in this. And it doesn't look like there is. Yeah, Farscape was great.
I got your files, but the thief
I mean,
transmitted
even
a decrypted
Peacekeeper
copy
was
to Black Sun.
good. I mean, that end sequence. There's one particular bit in Farscape that still gives me goosebumps. It's when Talon, the hybrid ship, is on board the command cruiser, and they need to destroy it from the inside out, and Krace is standing on the bridge, basically giving Scorpius the verbal smackdown, and he's like, I am standing in your heart and I am squeezing. Dude, that's straight out of bloody Wrath of Khan levels of monologuing. And then he's just like, Talon, he takes a deep breath, Starburst, which is basically their version of going to warp, and they do it from inside another ship. It's just like, oh my god, this is good, and there's pretty much punches out of the ship, fortunately in the process destroying Talon.
She needs backup. Tell me where to find her.
That whole sequence is just
the kidnappers may try taking the Doctor off-world. You need to stop the kidnappers before they escape with Dr. Tarnis.
It's just one of my favourite bits of sci-fi, that. I'm going to ignore that one. And the other bit as well is from the new Battlestar Galactica. Now I'm going to wonder how many people will understand this when I say simply the Adama maneuver. See how many people get that reference and what it actually means. What's this? Oh, it's bloody PvP. Oh, hello, what's that? What's the law object? Yes. I think that one is for PvP. I don't want to do PvP. I really like Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. It's I know some people said, oh, they're bringing religion into it too much. It's like, did you see the original Battlestar Galactica? That was based on the 12 tribes of Israel, and the Exodus. That's literally what he did. He made it into a space version of it. We have to come on. About the Adama maneuver. Okay, picture this, for those who don't know about it. You've got a planet under siege, being occupied. You've got, yeah, exactly, Star Wars space magic. You've got a whole fleet of Cylon battlestars, all sitting there, all primed, ready to go and to do their business. You've got one combat-orientated ship. The rest are civilian ships. I'll finish off after this bit.
I was beginning to worry Senate security was causing you trouble.
So you need to rescue
Did you get Parville's
a
documents?
load of your people on the planet. So what do?
Went
You
smooth
pull
as
off,
silk.
well, in my opinion, it's one of the
That's
ballsiest
the way we like
manoeuvres I have ever seen on
You take your price, and I'll take the parcel.
on
Rest
TV.
easy knowing Senator Parville's motion will never
The Galactica literally
least I could
does an
do.
FTL
You're a
jump
hero to
into
the
the
true
gravity
Republic.
well of the
We won't
planet
forget what you've
behind the enemy lines, and she starts falling like a rock. Now, we're talking several million tons of metal just dropping at, terminal velocity. As she's dropping, launching fighters out of her launch tubes, going boom, 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 to take out the anti-aircraft guns, so that the bigger shuttles and ships can go in and do the evacuations. And then, probably less than a few hundred meters before going splat, the Galactica then jumps out, causing a massive air displacement, and everyone's looking up and going, oh, we're going to get splatted, but then it just goes and does another FTL jump out. It's like, oh my god. You have to see it to fully appreciate it, but it's been nicknamed the Adama maneuver. A ragtag fugitive fleet. Yep, that's exactly what they say about it. And there was a few things about the latest series I was a bit about, but I enjoyed it way more than I didn't like it. Yeah, seriously, if you get the chance, look up the Adama maneuver on YouTube. They're also called Fall In With Stars. The music with it as well, it's just like, oh, it's just great, freaking great. Okay, so we've got another. Oh, I see a rogue mission. I don't want to do that. Not this character anyway. Excuse me, she knows that.
Stand by for examination and suggested
Okay,
progress.
I'm going to start sending some crap here as well. Yeah, don't need that. Sell that. You've only seen the first season of Battlestar. Oh, wow. Ooh.
You are fit for duty. Return to your
Yeah, I'll
post.
equip that. Yes. Didn't realize I got that.
Report your ailments.
Right, okay, so let's see. I'm going to have one of those. Let's go to 20. 20. That'll do.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Damn you.
Wabarana. Kokuta chuska no iko chusa. Yumata chipotata. Jeska kolirata kanchanga. Bomba.
What's up,
chica?
Okay. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. So I meant to click on the chat and I clicked on something else. It's like, oh dear.
What evidence are you looking for? I might know something.
Watuma the border don we wanki watoba yakamuka. The goliji watahumpa mulira watawampa.
Yeah, I think I think it's like the Battle for New Caprica, I think they call it, or something like that, is in season 2. I mean, going back to the old villains thing as well, the guy who plays Gaius Baltar in that, he's another one of those. He believes he was doing everything for the greater good, and he was doing things correctly, but he ultimately ended up bending over the entire 12 colonies and giving them the shaft with a torpedo. Yeah, well done, guys, for thinking with your secondary brain. Mind you, Patricia Hilfer is a great actress. I don't just mean it in a sort of, she's a great actress. No, she's actually really good. She played Edie in Mass Effect.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Yeah, you know, when I first saw him, I honestly thought he was like Alexander Siddig's like brother, or something like that. It's got that same sort of look to him. Oh, here's another interesting thing you probably may or may not know, but at one point, Alexander Siddig was not only married to, but had a child with Nana Visitor, aka Major Kira. So you know, in the episodes where Kira became pregnant because of the transplant, because of the incident on the shuttle, and they had to literally teleport the baby into a viable womb. That's why they integrated into the story, because she was pregnant in real life. Yeah, there you go. That's your Rand. Not the one playing him, because obviously they can't just show newborns on the TV for health and safety reasons, which is why they always look really big. But when you see her with the bump, that is yes, that was when she was married to, and I believe engaged to Dr. Bashir. Yeah.
Welcome. Please select an event.
I was going to the wrong place. Follow the money, kid. Right.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Oh, I see. That's why I've got to go that way. Yeah. Yeah, they I think they had a son. I think they definitely had a child together. I know that. I'm not sure if they're still together. I've got a nasty feeling they may have separated. But yeah, that's why they integrated the pregnancy storyline into Kira's character. Is because of that. Right, where am I going? Oh, I see. Right, that's where I'm going. No, I know what you mean. It's there's nothing wrong with it as long as you sort of should we say mentally acknowledge that it's never going to happen. But if they offered to buy you dinner, you wouldn't turn them down. That's kind of how I am with say Anna Kendrick. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just think she is not only an attractive lady, but every time I've seen her in interviews and like on Twitter and things like that, she just strikes me as someone who is chilled, funny, and even if nothing happens, and we just went out for like a fun meal or something like that.
These guys get points for
she strikes me as the sort of person who would be brilliant just to be friends
There's more
with.
than a few trigger-happy thugs in that docking bay.
Hello.
The kidnappers are threatening to kill Dr.
Droid turned
Tarnas,
invisible.
but they might be bluffing.
Again, I
I'm
think
not
about
even sure they have him.
the other person as well is again probably Ryan Reynolds as well, because same sort of thing. He just strikes me as the sort of person that I think I mentioned it on the stream before, that it just would be chill.
The doctor is in danger.
And to have fun.
How do we handle this?
Fun to be with.
I won't
Yeah,
risk
that's
them
it.
killing Tarnas. We'll do this the hard way.
Okay, just because we're guys doesn't mean if you see an attractive lady, therefore I want to
Makes me practically
give her the.
I can sneak in first, then when you
But there are
attack,
some
I'll
people.
take a few thugs by surprise.
Yes, there are some
What do
women
you
who,
think?
I would be more than happy to be friends with. Like, what's her name? Aubrey Plaza, as well. She seems
Don't
like
want you
that sort of,
getting hurt.
although she's got that very
I can
sort of,
handle myself in a fight.
almost like grumpy
The only
look to
reason
her.
I'm
That's
still
just
a
her
Padawan is because of
character.
my
That's just
master.
she plays.
I've passed every test. Master Quicks just doesn't
If you've
think
ever
I'm
seen her
serious enough
on,
to be a full Jedi.
I think it's
But I'm
Legion,
working on it.
the
Give me
TV
a
show.
chance.
Holy crud, she is like the #1 star in that one. Her portrayal of the character she plays, I won't say too much in case I'll spoil it, is amazing. She really does the I don't know how you call it, the range on her character is fantastic.
I suppose there's no
It's a
rule
weird show,
against
but it's
Padawans joining
deliberately
combat
weird.
missions.
It's
Great. Now you see me? Now you
whoa,
don't.
Tony Invisible.
I'll get into position and attack on your signal. Let's rescue us a doctor.
Eleanor Roosevelt, yeah. Well, whether it goes it this way I have to go? Yes, it is. And it's an appropriate discussion because it was International Women's Day a couple of days ago, so yeah, I've got no problem with bigging up people who deserve it. Yeah, that's it. Another person that I would love to meet, just to say I've met them, is Sigourney Weaver. Ken Burns documentaries. The name sounds familiar. I don't want to say definitely yes because I'm not 100% familiar with the name, but it rings a bell. But I don't know if that's something I've seen like on Amazon or on YouTube or something like that. Probably kind of all starts blurring into one after a while. We probably do. But to be fair, we've got some really good documentary makers over here. Like Sir David Attenborough. His stuff's amazing. And here we have the orangutan. It's like Blue Planet. That's a documentary series. If you get the chance to watch that, do so. Oh, thermal tracking. Clever. It's probably been on the TV here at some point, but it's not really a mega.
Killed my stealth field
yes,
generator.
Cosmos. That I have
well.
seen, and that I
Nice fun while it
was
lasted.
really loved.
Isn't teamwork grand?
I know there was a joke that when Sir David Attenborough had a, I think he had like a little, like a mild touch of the flu or something. Nothing major, but enough to sort of, oh, I'm gonna have to rest up for a few days, type thing. There was a slightly mild panic that he had the full-blown flu and that he could die, and then the rumours started spreading that he was dead, and he had to sort of pretty much go on the TV and papers going, oh, I'm not dead, I was just a bit ill. And it's like a few people said that we should clone him. Yeah, I suppose it's kind of, the sort of one that if sorry,
You handled yourself like a true Jedi, Kira.
yeah, she was pretty badass.
I need a hollow of that. I want to play it back for Master
That's a good
Quiggs.
question. I think
No
Sir
sign
David
of Dr.
Attenborough is in
Tarnas.
his
Kinda put the
80s.
damper on things.
I know he doesn't
We
do
were
as
the
many
decoys.
field things
Now you'll never see
like
your
out into
little
the
doctor again.
jungles and stuff like
Is that so?
But
Give me a minute with
he
this
does
guy.
do a lot of
I'll make him
voiceover
talk.
stuff, and I know he's pretty much said on record that he will keep doing that until either his doctor tells him he can't do it anymore, or he dies. It's like when Steve Irwin
You have 1 minute.
got
Talk fast.
Thing
got
is,
attacked
I
by
don't
that.
need him to talk.
What
Not
was
when
it?
I can just read his
The
mind.
manta ray, I think
What?
it was.
Stop that!
He said
Get out
that
of my head!
any
Get out! The doctor's in the Black
what do
Sun
you call it?
headquarters.
Any
Solar
sort of
has it.
naturalist
Just leave me alone.
has zero
Chief
problems
thugs will believe anything.
with
I
being
can't
taken
read
out
your
by
mind,
an
stupid.
animal like that
You-
because
you
you're doing
tricked
your
me.
job, and the animal's doing theirs. Their spirit would hold no resentment towards the animal, which is why when Steve Irwin got killed, his family basically turned around and went, don't do it. Don't do a retaliatory thing to these animals because Steve knew exactly what he was doing, and he was prepared any day for one of the animals to turn around and kill him. And it just happened to be the stingray or the manta ray, whatever it was.
Smooth,
Even his
Kira.
daughter,
Very
who's
smooth.
sort of following in his
Black Sun
footsteps,
is a major
has turned around and gone,
crime
Whatever they want with
he
Thomas,
wouldn't want people to go out and
better save
attack
them quick.
the animals for it.
Me and my security detail will
respect
clean
them.
this up. Agent Galen will want to hear about this.
Treat them as animals. Just don't be dicks to them. Oh, that's something we never really had over here reading Rainbow. But we did have like Jackanory and things like that, which was like I suppose you could say kind of like it. It wasn't as good as where am I going? I'm going this way now. Yeah. I'm glad Cosmos is coming back. I love watching that. Now the original version and the remake. Then again, I've got anything like that. I'm totally fascinated with it. I can't remember if I've actually said this on stream or not, so I apologise if I'm repeating myself. But I have actually got it's a very basic qualification in astronomy. Astronomy, not astrology, because that's. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Again, that was something else that we didn't really get over here. We had like Sesame Street, I know that, but we never had the Mr. Rogers stuff. Yeah. The fortune is you're going to in the next few days have a very nice stream to watch. Yes. I don't know why I keep. See, this is a short sign. I'm getting tired. I'm getting my words mixed up. Yeah. No, I'm not to the same level. I don't have a PhD. I mean, if Ace of Thorns will understand this one more than anyone else, because I know he's a fellow Brit. Is what I've got is the equivalent of a GCSE. It's not, but it's that kind of that difficulty level. I did it through the Open University, and so yeah, it's totally legit. It's just it was just one of those sort of things that.
What do you know, a Jedi? Hardly the usual clientele.
Well, I didn't say it'd be my stream.
Agent Yorkson, SIS. Never mind the outfit, I'm undercover. I need help. We've been moving our people into the Finnac shipping company for months. We want to stop contraband weapons shipments. Now Black Sun started hijacking Finnac's freighters, killing the crew and grabbing the cargo. If I send in SIS, our cover is blown. We start all over.
These gangs should not threaten an official Republic operation.
But I mean, I could have taken it up to a PhD level, because there was 3 tiers to it, and unfortunately I ran out of cash, and my job just before I got made redundant as well, before I started on the second block, and that would have been the equivalent of like an O level or an A level.
We need to know where they take the freight.
A level and A level, and then the third part would have been like the degree level, and for a laugh. Because they give you like a lot of the materials before, and so you can sort of study them and things like that. Oh dear, rest in peace. And just for a giggle, I had a look at the degree level stuff. Oh my! I think my brain actually melted reading some of that. Do I have any? I do not. Okay. Yeah, it's. Well, the funny thing is, just for laugh, I tried one of the questionnaires and stuff, and I got probably out of 100 questions, I got about 4 right, just through sheer lucky guess. Oops. So any of those sort of shows like Cosmos, the universe, things like that, I can watch those all day. I mean, when I went to New York about 5 years ago, I went to the planetarium by the Natural History Museum they got there, and I just spent 2 hours in there, and then I spent the rest of the day in the Natural History Museum. I spent so long in there I started getting blisters on my feet. Yeah, it felt legitimately felt like my brain was overheating.
Dr. Tarnus is the least of our worries, General. The stolen data files had details, not only on the planet prison,
that
but
planetarium
every weapon
was great.
prototype and research facility in existence.
The New York Natural History Museum,
Powerful experimental weapons, and
freaking
Axon
loved that.
has access to them.
Absolutely
How
amazing.
could this happen?
I think it was a nice day as well. I mean, my original plan for that day, because a mate who was working nearby, it's like that. As much as I'd love to, I can't have you at work, but I know you like the museums and stuff like that. So why don't you go and check out the Natural History Museum? That'll keep you occupied for a bit until I've finished my stuff for the day. It's like, all right, I'll go and do that for a bit. And my original plan was go there, go and grab a bite to eat, and then go and do something else. I spent pretty much all day in the museum, and I looked at my watch. And it was like, yeah, he's probably wondering where I am. So it was
Does Black Sun stand to gain?
I mean, I was quite lucky. I got there something like the equivalent of like 1/2
We must act quickly to secure these other
just
weapons.
gone, or no,
Where are they?
probably about 10 o'clock in the
Off-world
morning.
research facilities.
So I had pretty much
Federal
most of the day
defense is to give
there,
them a low profile.
and it wasn't until about sort of 3:30,
Esther
3:45
Kiewicz and I will split up and protect
that I
two.
realised I was late.
And I'll take the third.
But he found it
Get
funny.
the fun part. Rescuing
So
Dr.
he wasn't
Tarnus
worried because he
and
knew
the
exactly
copied
where
data
I
files from
was.
Black Sun.
Yes, that's something I would love to see. Like the Smithsonian.
We'll be back in time for dinner.
I mean,
Hero
if you
will stay
ever
behind
come,
too.
if anybody ever comes
With
to
Agent Galen
London,
leaving, her
definitely
computer
check out
talents
the
will be
Natural
needed.
History Museum in London.
Can be impulsive,
Although
but
it's
give
not
her a chance.
close to me,
Make a
it's
good team.
reasonably easy for me to get to. It's just time and effort to go down there, and it's normally quite
She's
busy.
rough around the edges, but
I
I
can remember
like her.
going to it as a
Share what
child,
you've
and
learned.
they
She will
used to
benefit from
have
your
a thing
example.
where they
We
would
should
have
go.
in the main
May the
foyer
Force be with us
this
all.
great
I'll
big
escort you to your
skeleton
ships, my friends.
of a T-Rex standing in the foyer, and when you're like a little kid, though, like 5 or
Before I
6,
go,
and you
I'm
walk
putting
in
all my
and you see
resources at
that,
your disposal.
and you look up,
There's a
it's like,
special tactical unit in
man, it wasn't
Black
a
Sun
T-Rex, it
territory.
was
Experienced security officers who've been fighting those gangsters for months. Go to these coordinates. Talk to
I
Sergeant
forget the
Hidalgo.
name.
He can help you rescue Dr. Tarnus and get those copied data files.
it's very similar to that episode, yeah. Ooh. It's very similar to that. I mean, most natural history museums in Britain tend to sort of look the same, because I think there's like a society that handles them. So eventually they kind of ended up looking very, very similar.
This mission's too important to fail. I'll take all the help I can
it
get.
was.
I'll let him know you're coming.
No, it wasn't a T-Rex.
Don't
No,
underestimate the Black Sun
I'm getting
gang.
myself mixed up.
They enjoy killing. And they're good
That's
at
the one. Yes, it was
Here's on our
with
way.
the great big,
I'll get her plugged
great
into our
big neck,
security network before I leave.
and
Good luck.
it was actually used in a Disney film as well, which a lot of people don't know about. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have one of those. Ooh, see that gives me more armour, mastery, endurance and power. But that gives me, yeah, let's go with that. Yep. There was an old Disney film called, a live action Disney film called One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing, starring Angela Lansbury, of all people. That's the one, yep, one of our dinosaurs is missing, yeah. Yeah, it's such a shame they discontinued Concorde. It's such an iconic plane, that one. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. This is why I like having the map up and things like that at the same time. Makes it easier for me to see what's going on. There we go. You know what? I think I did as well. It was one of those. God, when did that come out? One of our dinosaurs is missing. Because I know they went through a phase of re-releasing Disney films in the cinema, so people could watch them again. Because obviously, videos weren't out then, and it's not to a level that it was practical. So a lot of Disney films did get re-released in the cinemas, like on the anniversaries and that kind of thing.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
I use mistaken words and request patience. This will be clearer. The lower levels are alarming and filled with casualties. Active collaborators can solve problems.
Oh yeah, some of those early Disney ones were really.
Do you have any idea what this ambassador droid is
yeah,
trying to say?
1975. So that was the year before I was born. So I definitely didn't see it when it first came out. It was probably on the 10th anniversary of it or something like that. Because I definitely remember seeing it at the cinema.
This is an unusual.
Or unless it was one of those sort of ones, where they do like a Disney rerun or something like that.
This is Patake from the Gree Enclave.
Yeah, some of them are a bit.
The Gree are remote people, isolationist. They help build Coruscant's original infrastructure. We asked for assistance with repairs. They sent the droids.
What sort of infrastructure needs repairing?
Oh God, yeah, that was so racist.
Processing.
I mean,
things the world needs to survive.
It's just like
the war left a lot of.
If you brought that film out now, that whole sequence would just get the film canned. I mean, there was some pretty bad ones, like John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
Got to rebuild Coruscant with.
I speak attentively in hopes of comprehension. The bargain encounters great challenges. My delegates suffer assault affecting the maintenance, fire, damage, and fear. Do you follow?
There's something threatening, stopping you from doing your job?
That is an approximate understanding, yes. Your comprehension is high.
Coruscant needs these repairs to continue.
Oh yeah, this was way worse than City
You
Walk.
have to convince your delegates to brave
way
these
worse.
dangers.
Impossible. My delegates require aid from one accustomed to fire, damage, and chaos. A black bisector, you see?
I mean, at the time, not that I'm excusing it, but at the time, people didn't really know any better. But in hindsight, you can see like, yeah, that's like, no, we won't be doing that again.
This is dangerous work, Jedi work.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that kind of level of.
Comprehend this nature. Jedi are black bisector.
You can understand why some people will get pissed off with those kind of stuff.
I will compensate the black bisector with useful and valued items only available from the Enclave. My delegates will
so like films like that, I can kind of understand being remade with better, should say more not say better actors, better suited actors. Is the term I was looking for. So many droids.
Never going back to Blue Nonagon. Now I am Yellow Concave. Injuries mark my chassis.
But some of those ones were really good. Like, I mean, I can still remember again. Another Disney classic was
the occupants of level below
Sword in the Stone.
Assaults. My safe return was improbable.
The old Excalibur.
Coruscant's life waters are sluggish, stagnant.
That was a great Disney film.
Go to the
For
level
the time.
below, repair the broken hydro supply, make clean life waters flow.
Transit.
The solution to achieve Patake's command. All was orange sphere until I arrived at the level
Transit?
below, then green perpendicular.
Tangent. Yeah, it makes me think about
Your language is insufficient to describe
the
my
Excalibur
suffering, misery,
film,
wrongness,
which is another
unprecedented perpendicularity. All
great
too
film.
much. Patake failed to impart the
And I just
lethal
looked right in
conflict
the
enemies waiting on the
laptop
level
like
below.
that.
Many weapons and
See spots
offenders
before my eyes.
disguising my arrival.
It's one of the reasons why I try and
I
sort of
fly
not
south
look
with my
directly at the
crafted
camera too
solution
often,
intact, but the repair
because
progresses as a
right
result.
next to it
Coruscant's
is
life
a
waters
little
remain
light,
sluggish,
and
stagnant
if I
without
look
repairs.
right at
The
it,
hydro supply must
it's
have my
okay. I'm
crafted
seeing
solution.
spots. Yeah, the Black Cauldron. Udim? Udim? I'm not familiar with that one. I'll probably recognise it as soon as you the non-shorthand version of it.
Can I take
I'm
your
just looking
crafted
at the chat at
solution
the
to the
moment,
hydro supply?
You offer yourself as a black bisector. That is a gratifying, unpredicted announcement. I pledge to provide items of Gree ingenuity in return. Take and apply my crafted solution to the hydro supply, but do not apply before deactivating nearby flow valves, or pressure explosion death will result. Be alerted. Black Sun Green Perpendicular will provide onslaught. May you experience Blue Tangent and return intact.
Yeah, these droids are messed up. Okay, I'm actually thinking that this is going to be a good point to end the stream. It's just past 3 hours. Ah, one of our dinosaurs is missing. Yes, of course, we were just talking about that. I'm an idiot. See, I knew as soon as you said it I would recognise it. I'm tired. It's like my brain's starting to shut down. Sleepy TV. That's how I know I am getting a bit. It's like, okay, I'm gonna think, because it's like it's almost like the higher brain functions just go, okay, start shutting down. So I find a nice spot to log out. Ooh, that's nice. I'm just going to see if I've got any more training to do. I don't? Okay, I don't. Alright, fair enough. Alright, come on. Seriously, look at that. Regardless of your opinion of how the game itself plays, you can't deny in certain aspects like this, it's impressive. You know, you see things like that, you know, the ship, the docked one, the Senate Tower, everything else. So when I get the, as long as there's no issues with it, the new machine, I'm just going to crank the graphics up as much as I can. Obviously I'll get the streaming software done first. Now I've got like a guide, I'm going to be, not a guide, a plan of attack that I'm going to be slowly working through that was generously provided to me, and so I'm going to be slowly working through that. And I'll be honest, it's probably going to take close to a week, but what I would love to do is to have it all set up for Saturday, not this Saturday coming, but next Saturday in Star Trek Adventures. If I can have it up by then, that'd be a brilliant way of transitioning from the old system to the new. And you won't see that much improvement, but from my end it will be a perfect opportunity to test it, because I'll be able to have the chat on one side and the game on another. Yeah, the debut stream. Now obviously it all depends on how everything else gets set up in the meantime, and there's no problems again, you know, cross your fingers, sacrifice poultry and everything else, but I am cautiously optimistic about it. So I am going to go and crash out now. Yeah, there'll be better webcam, that'll be the other thing. Before that though, I will be running a very, very quick test stream to make sure everything is set up properly. And it'll just be, I'll just run like a basic game as well. That won't be the official start, it'll just be to make sure that the sound levels are configured properly, that the webcam is at a decent angle, but the official first stream will hopefully be the next Star Trek Adventures. If not, it'll be, like a day or two after that. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, basically you're going to see my ugly mug in HD. So, Aura says, prepare yourself. You may be disgusted. I'm just joking, I don't think I'm ugly, I know I'm not. It's, if I don't get the makeup on, I might get the paper bags ready, because I don't want to make you lot all throw up at my hideous visage. Or do I? Right. So, once again, thank you all for joining me. The next official stream is going to be on Sunday for Lord of the Rings, and doing a bit more Mirkwood stuff, which is good. Then on the Monday, back to Saints Row, then Tuesday, and everything else as well. I don't think I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly. Wednesday, I'm going to, before the stream, because of the issues I was having with Brutal Legends, I'm going to play it a little bit myself off stream before the time starts on. So be prepared for it to be either Brutal Legend or Stardew Valley. I'm leaning towards Stardew Valley because I know that 100% works. Well, that 99% works. I don't want to jinx it. What else was I trying to say? Yeah, and if you haven't, please feel free to join the Discord and follow me on Twitter so you know for updates. And I shall bid you a good night, and may the Force be with you. I'm not going to run the credits tonight because I don't think anyone's joined or done anything like that, so there's no point in running it. But yes, good night.